High school football is back on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Tonight from Royerton, Indiana, it's Hoosier Heritage Conference football, arch rival style, as the Yorktown Tigers take on the Delta Eagles. Good evening and hi again, everyone. Brian Beaver along with you again tonight. Thanks for riding in the co-pilot seat for the next couple of hours as we unwrap the 2021 edition of The Game each year in Delaware County football. Yorktown and Delta are pretty evenly matched on paper. You don't win there, though. You win out on the field. We'll see which team gets a leg up early and who can hold on to win tonight. Yorktown comes in with a solid start. 2 wins, 1 loss in overall action. 1 loss in conference play. They dropped a 42-14 decision to New Palestine last weekend out at Kelso Stadium. You talk about Delta, they've had about as good a start as a football team can have. 3-0 overall. Haven't played a league game yet. They've given up only 16 points in 3 games. You can do that math. 5.3 is the defensive average. It's among the top 10 in all classes in Indiana football at the 1/3 poll of the regular season. Coming in tonight, Delta, of course, in off a win in a, I'll say, hastily scheduled game after COVID canceled their league contest with Shelbyville. Tillman Clark, the new AD, and Chris Conley, the principal, and a lot of other people got on the phone, started working the phones, working the internet, looking for a game. They managed to get one really fast with Lewis Cass. Went up and beat Lewis Cass, the Kings, by a final of 41-0. So, as I said on paper, this is a fairly even matchup. Both of these teams are guided on offense by sophomore quarterbacks. Caden Bond has been very solid, even better than solid, been pretty good for Chris Overholt's Eagles through the first 3 games of his varsity career. And on the other side, you talk about Yorktown's Mason Moulton, who is a big, prototypical pocket passer. He tips it at about 6'3" now, and they think he'll get much bigger in the next couple of years. And he had a fantastic game down at Kelso Stadium a week ago tonight. Career high in attempts and completions, and played very, very well. Mike Wilhelm I chatted with before tonight's game briefly, and he said, Mason played a great game down at New Pal. They didn't give up a single sack against the vaunted Dragons last week. And he said that's as much to do with Mason understanding what we want him to do and not do with the ball at certain times than it is about our offensive line protecting him, which they did pretty well. But he said, as a quarterback, you got to know when to eat it, when to throw it away. And as a sophomore, he's already started to understand the things that he's expected to do and the times when he has to go ahead and dump the ball and be able to go to the next play. Yeah, I look down south here at the bottom row, and I see Brady Hunt. Now a Ball State quarterback walking in to take this one in tonight. Good to see him. And this is a really nice crowd tonight. The weather is perfect. We're about 75 degrees. Not muggy. Not much of a wind. The sun setting, and most of the field is in shadows by the grandstand now already. It'll be dark on the field, and in about 20 minutes or so, the lights will take full effect. But there's a great home crowd. This is senior night for the Delta football team and the other fall sport athletes. They've had their ceremony, and across the way, a lot of green. Yorktown traveled well across the county, about a 20-minute drive, and they showed out well tonight on the other side in green and white. So we're not far away from getting this one underway. We'll take our first break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the opening kickoff. It's Yorktown at Delta. The Game next on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. There's just one place where a team is more than a group of individual agendas. It's a catalyst for demonstrating the potential of the collaborative spirit. There's just one place where players, coaches, and fans experience the exhilaration that happens when an entire community rallies behind the school team. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. In addition, high school sports help young people in Indiana develop the discipline and confidence they need to be leaders in life, even as they unite communities like nothing else. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The world of high school sports is filled with athletes who possess the eye of the tiger and whose focus and determination enables them to soar like eagles. The games themselves can't be played without a few zebras. Becoming an IHSAA official is a great way to be part of the action and to support Indiana's healthy tradition of high school athletics. Visit IHSAA.org and get in the game. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in your community.
A 50-50 ball, an elbow to the ribs, a sudden flash of tempers. In sports, anything can happen in the heat of the moment. The Indiana High School Athletic Association reminds you that when cooler heads prevail, everybody wins. When the game heats up, will you keep your cool? This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to the ball game. We're just about set for action. About 6 minutes left on the pregame scoreboard clock. That means the anthem and the coin toss and the opening kickoff are just around the corner here tonight on a gorgeous mid-September night in 2021. This is a great place to play. The facility is fantastic. The seating bowl is just as good. And the fans here have a really nice chance to take in the game. The stands are close to the field, and it's a great place to watch the game in Delaware County. It's a fantastic, fantastic night for football. Teams have gone to the locker rooms for their last-minute preparations. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting team, the Yorktown Tigers, who just now are emerging onto the field tonight here for this contest in the Hoosier Heritage Conference. Offensively, it'll be Mason Moulton at quarterback, Jalen Thomas at halfback. Wide receiver is Colton Nanko with Caden Phillips at flanker, Blair Webster, and Nanko are the wideouts, if you will. The tight end is Carter Lovelace. Up front for the Tigers, Caleb Arthur at center, James McClellan and Jordan Childress are the guards. Hunter Turpin and Jackson New are the Tiger tackles on offense. Defensively, Jackson New at nose guard, Ashton Anderson and Hunter Turpin on the defensive ends for the Tigers. 5 linebackers in their backer core. Outside, it's Aiden Ewing and Joey Hazen. In the middle, it's Luke Wilhelm, Grant Doherty, and Jack Stinson. 3-man secondary with Colton Nanko and Adam Morrow at cornerbacks. Braden Foltz is the free safety for Yorktown. Marching band is now making its way up onto the field. Yorktown comes out decked out in the traveling white roadies with black trim, green lettering, green helmets. We'll hold off on the Delta starting lineup momentarily as the band takes its place. They will be ready for the national anthem in just a moment here tonight. Want to take a chance while we got it briefly to thank the people at Delta for their hospitality tonight. Tillman Clark, the new athletic director, and Chris Conley and the rest of the game day staff. Always great hospitality out here in Royerton, and this is a fantastic game to watch and to call. It's my honor to be calling, and had to have at least one more. 40 years of doing this year, and wanted to make sure that this one did not go by. This could be the best game of the year in Delaware County football until we get to the state tournament. Delta about to come through the inflatable helmet behind the north end zone. And we're just about set to get going here. They'll be in the home uniforms, of course, the dark blues with white lettering, gold trim, dark blue helmets, and you hear the crowd coming to its feet down here in front of us. They come out with large American flags, 13 of them, in honor of the 13 American servicemen and women killed in Kabul, Afghanistan by a terrorist just before the departure from Afghanistan was complete by the U.S. military. That's a nice, classy move by the Delta kids and the program and the folks here at DHS. Of course, this is the eve of the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks, and it's a good time for everyone this weekend to take a little stock of their lives, where we've come, where we're going, and make sure we're all on the same page trying to go the right way. So all the pageantry is just about over. The cheerleaders are making their way to their spots.
We ask that all fans,
and
officials,
we'll have
and teams,
now
if you please rise.
the fans coming to their feet for the
On
Star
September
Spangled
11,
Banner.
2001, America was attacked by terrorists. This attack left 2,996 people dead. Those that died were first responders, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, and friends. It is our duty to never forget those that died and forever honor them. It has been 20 years now since this horrific day in America. Delta High School players and Yorktown High School players now come together to present 20 American flags to show our unity of never forgetting those that fell from the attack on our country. Please join us now for a moment of silence. Now, under the direction of Mr. Zach Enos, the Delta High School Band presents our national anthem.
Now that doesn't get you going, I don't know what will. We're about set for football. Great moment there as the Yorktown and Delta players, some of them, stood together at the 30-yard line facing the big flag in the south end zone and holding smaller American flags. That was a really nice moment for high school football. We're about set for action. The coin toss will be reenacted here in midfield shortly. For Delta, the starters on offense. Caden Bond will be the quarterback, with Dylan Maynard behind him at fullback. The wingbacks are Quinn Backus and Abram Stitt. The wideouts are Parker Folletic and Jaleon Jones. Up front, it's Cameron Wilson at center. Hunter Wallace and Grant Markham are the guards. Corbin King and Isaiah Brewer are the tackles. Defensively for Delta, 4 men up front. Wrecking ball, Ben Morris. fellow wrecking ball, John Raines at end. Isaiah Brewer, Hunter Wallace at the tackles. Linebacker core has Dylan Maynard and Carson Wheat inside and Braxton Russell outside. Wyatt Bilby and Blake Jones are the corners. Parker Folletic and Ian Renbarger will be the safeties tonight for the undefeated Delta Eagles, who come in number 8 in the coaches' poll in Indiana 4A football. Thanks for riding along. We know you have a lot of choices. We're glad you chose us. We hope we're up to the standard you have for us, and we'll bring you an exciting game. Coin toss has been won by Yorktown, and they defer. Delta will take the ball to open the night and defend the south goal line. So there you go. Mike Wilhelm says, bring it on, Big Blue. We're going to play D to start the night, and we're almost ready for opening action in this game that should be a terrific one. Last year's game was a nail-biter. 14-7 was the score that night as Yorktown held on late and gave up the lead late, and Delta won that game 14-7, but in the mid-2000s, Yorktown won this rivalry game 3 times in a row, including twice in 2014. That's the last time they've beaten Delta, the sectional title game in 2014. Since then, 6 straight wins in the series by the Delta Eagles. Chris Overholt coaching the Eagles, and on the far side, Mike Wilhelm, the head man for Yorktown. He's been the head coach for quite a while now, and terrific guy, excellent teacher and coach. And we wish both teams the best. I said on Twitter this week, I've got friends and skin and relatives on both sides of this rivalry. All I can do is wish them both well and hope the better team wins and that they all come out healthy and have good tournament runs, with Yorktown being a class down in 3A from Delta, who's up in 4A. We're about set to go. Delta will have a pair of deep men, Quinn Backus and Abram Stitt will be inside their 5-yard lines. And to kick it away,
13, Colton Nanko set the kickoff.
Colton Nanko to kick it away for Yorktown. Here's the approach, the boot. It's high, wobbly end over end, and it's fair caught at around the 19-yard line by one of the Delta short men.
Kickoff, fair caught by
Ian Renbarger made the haul in, and they're going to put it right down on the 20-yard line. So Delta opens the night with the ball and a chance to get on the board first. They'll spot it across the way on the right hash. That's the far side of the stadium on the east end of the field. Eagles will drive it right to left in your imagination here to open the night. Bond with a single setback. They'll hand it straight ahead. Dylan Maynard got the call to carry a couple of tough yards
Maynard, the ball carrier,
inside to make it 2nd and 8. Ball on the 22-yard line, and now 4 wideouts bunched here together with only one defender. Snap it fast if you're Bond with an empty backfield. 2 defenders and 4 receivers, and they're going to go wide receiver screen to Stitt. He's got it in nothing but daylight. Turns the corner. The race is on. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30. One man has a chance. He heads to the 10, to the end zone. Touchdown, Delta. That was a mismatch. The defense did not see it, and that's a 78-yard touchdown pass on the second
Eagles.
snap of the night for Delta. You've heard Chris Overholt talk
78-yard touchdown
about
run.
everything is a kickoff return when you get the ball to Stitt in space. Stitt happens again.
89, Zion Griffin's on the
And
extra point.
42 ticks into the game. Left-footed Zion Griffiths is on to try the extra point kick. Out of the hold of Parker Folletic. Good snap and hold. Kick down, plenty of leg, and it is down the middle good. 11:18 to go in the first quarter. Delta strikes first. They score on a big play. We go to the break. Eagles 7, Tigers nothing on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Royerton. Delta goes 80 yards in 2 plays. A second down wideout screen goes 78 yards in the arms of Abram Stitt. Griffiths tacked on the PAT. And just like that, 7-0 ball game. Kick on away. It's down the far sideline. It bounces over a Yorktown deep man who picks it up, brings it ahead. Now space to the sideline, 25, down to the 29-yard line or so. A big late flag comes flying in to the blocking scheme.
27, Jalen Thomas.
Return that time by Jalen Thomas. A nice return.
Dylan Maynor.
Maynor with credit for the stop. And here's the
Flag
signal.
on the play.
Holding against Yorktown.
Blocking the back on Yorktown.
So that'll back the Tigers up. They had decent field position off the return there, but and going backwards, you hear the beeping as the forklift goes in reverse, and this will march it all the way back to the 13-yard line. Well, that puts Yorktown to work offensively here now. Mason Moulton, the sophomore quarterback, the signal caller, will open the night with an empty backfield, 2 wide left, 2 wide right. Here on the opening snap for the Tigers on the far hash mark. Tigers going left to right. It's a quarterback keeper. He runs into a roadblock for a loss of about a yard. Middle of that Delta defense smothered him.
Brought down by 60, Hunter Wallace. Loss on the play.
Second and 11.
Down.
Tigers have dug themselves an early 7-point hole here, and I don't know if the coaches for Yorktown upstairs noticed. Someone must have been shouting in the headset. 4 wideouts, 1 defensive back over here, but that's what led to the score. On second down, 11 yards to go. Moulton hands inside, not much running, and he's buried back there on a big hit. Hunter Wallace said to Jalen Thomas, "Not tonight, my man."
By number 60, Hunter Wallace.
No gain, 3rd and 11.
No gain on the play, 3rd down.
So we'll see if the defense pins its ears back here early for Chris Overholt. They've piled up the tackles for losses and the sacks in 3 games. 3 wideouts to the right, 1, 2 to the left. It's an empty backfield again for Moulton on 3rd and long. Man in motion to the near side. Moulton takes the pistol snap. Wide receiver screen to the motion man. It's Thomas, and he is hit around the 20-yard line and knocked out of bounds. 2 or 3 defenders were there. It's a gain of 7, make it 8 yards, but way short of the first down.
By number 4, Wyatt Bilby. Brings up 4th down.
Punting situation for Yorktown. Ball now on the near hash. Jalen Jones is the Delta deep man at his own 48. And now a whistle before the snap can even be made. And Delta has called a timeout.
Timeout, Delta.
We'll keep it right here with them. 9:45 to go in the first quarter of this one. Delta already with a 7-0 lead. If you were a late arrival, shame on you. Extra bite of pasta before you turn the game on, huh? Well, you missed one. Boom. 2 plays, 80 yards, a 78-yard wide receiver screen for a touchdown from Bond to Stitt for Delta. And Griffiths added point number 7, and before the scoreboard was even warmed to the touch, it was 7-0 Delta. Coming out of the Eagle timeout, Jones will move up and wait for the punt at the Yorktown 49. Carter
Back to punt for
Lovelace
Yorktown.
back to
84,
punt.
Carter Lovelace. And
No
deep for the
wind
Eagles,
whatsoever,
9,
so
Jaleon Jones.
it won't affect the kick coming up at all. Line of scrimmage is the 20-yard line. Good snap, no rush. Kick is shanked off the side of the foot. It's going to land in the Delta bench, and that's going to be walked back up very far. The official says, come on, walk it back. This was probably going to be inside the 40-yard line. It's going to be inside, they're going to say about the 35-yard line. Make it the 38-yard line. 38-yard line in Yorktown territory. That's
First
an
and 10, Eagles at the
18-yard punt.
38.
Yorktown
Correction.
starting
39.
a little rough. So great field position for Delta here, starting this drive at the Yorktown 39-yard line. Bond with one man with him. It's Carpenter, and he takes the handoff inside, battles his way to the linebackers inside the 35
Carpenter,
to around the 34-yard line. That's a solid gain of 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Brought down by 54, Ashton Anderson. 2nd down.
2nd and 5. Good time to put it in the air if you're inclined, with 2 wide right, 1 wide left here on the near side. Another timeout taken by Chris Overholt.
Timeout, Delta.
Less than 3 minutes into the game, he's taken 2 timeouts. We'll take the break with you. 9:15 left in the first. Yorktown trailing Delta 7-0 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
A 50-50 ball. An elbow to the ribs. Sudden flash of tempers. In sports, anything can happen in the heat of the moment. The Indiana High School Athletic Association reminds you that when cooler heads prevail, everybody wins. When the game heats up, will you keep your cool? This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to the ball game. 9:15 to go in the first period. Delta out in front of Yorktown, 7-0. Under center for the first time goes Bond with a single running back behind him, man in motion. Dropping, looking, has a man deep, throws it over his head down into the end zone. The receiver wanted some interference, thought he was being held. It'll go as an incomplete pass. He was wide open. Caleb Elliott was out there. Bond overthrew him by about 10 yards.
3rd down.
3rd and 5 coming up from the Yorktown 34-yard line. When Bond sees that on video tomorrow, he's going to think, yep, I just cost us 6. I should have had it. 3rd and 5. Bond rolling. Option. Cuts it upfield, keeps it himself to around the 31-yard line. That's a 3-yard pickup. Yorktown says the ball came out. A bunch of Tigers pointing first down our way. The officials aren't buying it just yet. And it'll be a 3-yard gain
by 44,
4th down.
Stinson. 4th and 2.
So if you're Delta, you have a couple options here. You could go for it on 4th and 2. You could pooch punt it, or you could attempt a long field goal, and Griffiths has a pretty decent leg, but right now they're lining up to go for the first down. 2 backs in there. Stitt will take the direct snap, hands it to Maynor. Maynor trucks a defensive back from Yorktown all the way to the 20-yard line for the first down. Boy, oh boy, did he run him over. 11-yard pickup.
Down by 28, Adam Morrow. First down.
Second first down of the night for Delta. And Stitt will stay back there and take the snap, hands it to Maynor straight ahead. Maynor down around the 15-yard line or so. That's where they'll spot him down. That's a 6-yard pickup for Maynor.
Tackle by 70, Jackson New.
3 carries, 19 yards early for Maynor unofficially. 2nd and 4. Ball at the 15-yard line on this side of the crown. Bond back in there at quarterback in the pistol now with one running back. He takes it through a big hole. He might score. He does score. Touchdown, Delta.
18,
Caden
On the
Bond
keeper,
goes
touchdown.
15 yards on the
Eagles.
quarterback keeper, and it's 13-0.
15-yard touchdown run.
Eagles go back-to-back touchdowns in their first two possessions. That caps off a 39-yard drive, and it brings on Griffiths to try his second extra point of the night.
Zion Griffiths on for the extra point.
Not even halfway through the opening period yet. Griffiths, the left-handed soccer-style kicker, waiting on the hold from Folletic. It's down. There goes the kick. And there go the arms. It's good. 7:40 to go in the first quarter. Delta has blown the lid off early. It's the Eagles 14, Yorktown nothing on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. There's just one place where a team is more than a group of individual agendas. It's a catalyst for demonstrating the potential of the collaborative spirit. There's just one place where players, coaches, and fans experience the exhilaration that happens when an entire community rallies behind the school team. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. In addition, high school sports help young people in Indiana develop the discipline and confidence they need to be leaders in life, even as they unite communities like nothing else. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
A deep kick to Yorktown. It'll be brought ahead from the 7-yard line. That's Nanko coming to the near sideline. Can't get there. Delta wraps him up at around the 20-yard line. That's about a 14-yard return for Colton Nanko.
On the return. Brought down by 25.
And that's
Braxton
where the
Russell.
Tigers will start things on this possession. First and 10.
First and 10 Tigers.
20-yard line. Ball on the near hash. That's the right hash offensively. So not great field position for Yorktown. Started drive 1 at the 13, drive 2 at the 20. Wideouts on either end for Moulton back in the pistol with one running back next to him. He'll take the snap, fire over the middle, incomplete. Nicely defended out there by Delta on a pass intended for Blair Webster.
Moulton's pass incomplete.
Blake Jones had the
15,
coverage.
Blair Webster.
Nice job, PBU, 2nd and 10.
Broke up by number 5, Blake Jones.
This one has really been an impressive start for the number 8 Eagles. On 2nd and 10, 2 wideouts across the way, one here on the short side near the Delta bench. Moulton looking to throw, fires over the middle, and again, this time it's caught at around the 27, maybe the 28-yard line.
The 13, Colton Nanko.
Nanko with the 8-yard gain.
Tackle by 23, Ian Renbark.
3rd down and 2. Renbarger on the stop. Can the Tigers sustain something here? They've sputtered a little bit early on. Now the officials blow their whistles and say, hey, they're talking to Hunter Wallace, looking at his arm. Don't know if he's got a cut or some blood or what. They say, play on. They reset the snap clock. And there you go, back to 40. 7:02 of the first quarter. Tigers trail by 14 already. Let's see if they can pick up a first down. Moulton will keep it, run it upfield. He's going to be near the stick, and I think he's got just enough to move the sticks. A 3-yard pickup and a first down for Yorktown.
Tackle by 44.
Moulton does the job. First down of the game for Yorktown. They just need to settle down. I've always believed that
1st and 10,
you're
Yorktown.
in the game at 14 points or less. You're not in the game at 15 or more. If you can get it down to 2 scores, especially this early, you're still okay. Tigers have time to get something done. Clock rolling at 6:19. Moulton waiting on the snap in the pistol. Man in motion to the left. Moulton looks left, Fires left out in the flat. It's caught. That's Carter
Bolton's
Lovelace,
pass
who
complete,
hauls in the
84,
short gain.
Lovelace
To the 34-yard line.
brought down by 23, Ian Renbarger. Second down.
Unofficially 3 for 3, 19 yards in the air for Mason Moulton early. That moves the ball to the far hash. We'll see how the teams respond to that. Some teams are handed. They like to go right. They're right-handed, or they like to go left. They're left-handed. Let's see what they do with the wide side here on the near side of the field now. Trips this way, one wide left across the way with Moulton back there, and Thomas just to his right in the pistol. Moulton has the ball under the rush, throws over the middle, incomplete. Intended for
Bolton's
Lovelace.
pass incomplete.
Folletic was
Intended
back there.
for 84, Carter Lovelace.
Ian
Broken up by
Renbarger
7,
as well.
Parker Folletic.
That'll bring up third down and about
Third down.
7 to go. Maybe a fat 6. First misfire of the night through the air for Moulton, who's 3 out of 4 now, and they may have to put it up again. Here on third, a fat 6, a short 7. Ball at the Yorktown 35. 5:20 remaining first quarter, 14-0 Delta out in front. Dropping, under pressure, throwing, incomplete over the head of
Bolton's pass
Lovelace.
incomplete.
Wouldn't have been good for a
Intended for
first down
84, Carter
anyway.
Lovelace.
And that brings up fourth down.
23, Ian Renbarger on the coverage. Fourth down.
So back-to-back incompletions bring that Yorktown drive to an end. And on to punt again is Carter Lovelace with the
84,
ball sitting on the
Carter
Yorktown
Lovelace
35,
back to
and
punt.
Jalen Jones waiting for Delta at his 35-yard line. Eagles lead 14-0. They've scored on both of their offensive series. Here's the punt. It's a wobbler toward the near sideline. He shanked another one. This one's going to take a Yorktown roll and roll out of bounds. Almost out of bounds. He stopped the roll. Did the Yorktown player at the 27-yard line.
First and 10 Eagles at the
It was
27.
going to go out of bounds anyway, and DJ Green said, let me take it right there. 5:09 to go here in period number 1. Yorktown gives it up again. They've punted twice. That one far better than the first one. Delta starts at their own 27. Leading by a pair of touchdowns, Bond with one running back next to him. That's Carpenter. And the handoff is fumbled, and Carpenter falls right on it at the 25-yard line. That's a fumble -3.
Ball was fumbled and recovered by 31, Nolan Carpenter. Second down.
First fumble of the night. Delta manages to cover it, though. Brings up second down. Well, they've got it spotted at the start of the chain. That ball should have been marked back a little bit, but Delta will go to work. Bond on the keeper, takes it straight behind his guard on the right
18,
side.
Peyton Bond, the ball carrier.
Got to around the original line of scrimmage, maybe an extra yard. We'll give him a gain of 2.
Third down.
Third and long. 9 yards to go. Eagles need to go out past their own 37-yard line to roll over the sticks. 2 wide right, 1 wide left. On this side, it's Jalen Jones. Bond in the pistol. Claps, takes the snap. Option this way. Late pitch on the corner. Around the corner, but not much running room for Carpenter.
31,
And a flag
Nolan
comes
Carpenter, the
flying
ball
in, and
carrier.
that might very well be a face mask at that spot on the field. They'll put him down at around the 32-yard line.
Brought down by 44.
And it is a
Jack
face
Stinson.
mask against Yorktown.
There's a flag on the play.
Personal foul against the Tigers. That'll give Delta the first down by
Face mask
penalty
on Yorktown.
at the 38-yard line.
First down, Eagles.
Fourth first down of the night unofficially for the Eagles. They go back to work on 1st and 10 at their own 38, leading 14-zip. Fake handoff inside. Bond cuts in front, buries his head, burrows his way to about the
Big Bond, the
40-yard
ball
line,
carrier.
maybe the 41. They'll stop him at the 41. third. Make it
Tackle
the
by
fourth
26.
rush of the night
Aiden
by
Ewing.
Bond for 23
Second
net
down.
yards. 2nd and 7. Late stages of the opening period in a 14-0 Delta game. Man in motion. Bond drops. Looks to throw. It's knocked down at just the point of the throw. Yorktown said it's a fumble. It was deflected coming out of the hands
Bond's
of
pass
Bond.
incomplete.
He looks to the sideline with his right arm and says, I was throwing it. What do you expect him to say? I think that was a good call. Brings up 3rd down and long. See if the Yorktown defense
3rd down.
can find a way to get off the field. Ball on the near hash with Bond under center this time and a single setback. Play action, rolling right, under pressure. He's got to get rid of it. He's going to be taken down for a sack. And a flag comes flying into the pile. Probably a blocking foul on
Aiden
Delta
Bond
on
brought
top
down
of
for a
it.
loss.
That's a sack and a loss
By
of
26.
about
Aiden Ewing,
5
there is a
yards.
flag on the play.
2 or 3 Yorktown defenders were there to smother him. And now let's see as they unwind this penalty flag. It was thrown right in the middle of the blocking. That's usually not a good sign for the offensive line. It's a hold against Delta.
Holding on Delta.
I've still got it. Pretty hard not to see that one.
Penalty is declined. 4th down.
Penalty declined. Yorktown says we'll take the result of the play. Nice job defensively by Yorktown. Much better. First
Number 1,
punting
Quinn
situation
Backus,
tonight
back to
for
punt.
Delta. Quinn Backus waiting on the snap at his own 27-yard line. Pair of deep men for Yorktown way back in their territory. Nearly blocked. Punt is a high one. It's going to be taken on a fair catch at around the
Punt is fair caught by
27-yard
13.
line.
Colton Nanko, 1st and
Colton
10.
Nanko hauls
Yorktown.
it in, and we'll stay right here with you. Exactly 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Yorktown weathers that drive defensively. And the Tigers get the ball back. This is their best field position of the night at their own 27. 3rd time the Tigers have had the ball. Pair of big play touchdowns are the difference in this one. Delta scored on the 2nd play of the game on a 78-yard touchdown pass to Stitt, and later on a 15-yard touchdown run on a keeper by Caden Bond. Tigers go back to work offensively. Moulton hands it straight ahead to his only running back. I think that was Thomas, and he may not have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
27, Jalen Thomas,
It was
the ball
Thomas, and it's a -1. It'll be
carrier. Brought down
2nd and
by
11.
44, Ben Morris, 2nd down.
Delta's defense is legitimately tough. These guys can really get it done on the defensive side of the ball. They're only giving up 5.3 points a game through the first 3 contests, and those guys up front really know how to get after you. Moulton on 2nd down, play acts, rolls this way, throws to the right over the middle. It is caught. Nanko had it, bobbled it,
Moulton's
rolled
pass
underneath
complete.
the ball as it popped out and
The
caught it
13,
laying on
Colton
the
Nanko.
ground. Caught it clean for a 1st down. Wow. At the
Brings up
33-yard
3rd down.
line. Wow. It's not a 1st down, but it's a lot closer. Terrific catch by Nanko. That makes it 3rd and 4. Fat 4. Moulton with Thomas back there with him. 3 wideouts left, 1 right. Now movement up front before the snap and the flags come flying right away. We'll see if that turns out to be offside. It is offside against Delta.
Flag on the play. Offsides, Delta.
It's a 5-yard infraction, and it moves
Result
the
of the
sticks.
penalty. 1st
It's a
and
1st
10,
down.
Yorktown.
2nd 1st down for the Tigers tonight. They'll get a fresh 4 snaps with 1:37 to go first quarter, trailing Delta 14-0. 3 wideouts left again. Mason looking left. Moulton fires. It's deflected up in the air off the hands of his intended
Moulton's
receiver,
pass incomplete.
Colton
Intended
Nanko.
for 13, Colton Nanko.
Ian Renbarger nearly got
2nd
himself
down.
an interception off the deflection. 4 for 7 so far in the air tonight, unofficially for Moulton for a net of 25 yards. 2nd and 10. Final 90 seconds of period number 1. Tigers need to get a score. Moulton waiting for the snap. He's got it. Looking left, firing. It's nearly intercepted on a nice play. Webster was the intended receiver. Like a deep slant pattern over the middle, and a nice job defending it again.
15. Blair Webster.
By Blake Jones.
Broken up by number 5. Jones.
That brings up 3rd down and 10.
3rd down.
If you're Delta, you might think about a blitz here with Moulton back there in the pistol. 2 wide left, 2 wide right. High snap, but Moulton brings it down. Fakes, pumps, steps up, deep ball on the far sideline. He's got a man! It's good for a deep one and a terrific catch by Nanko out there for the first down.
13, Colton Nanko.
All the way to the 25-yard line. 37 yards through the air.
Dan Renbarger.
Nanko with a terrific catch. He got behind the defensive back. And it's 1st and 10 Tigers. Delta 25-yard line. Final 105 of the opening period. Moulton drops. No rush at all. Over the middle, it's nearly intercepted. It's caught by a Yorktown receiver. It's Nanko again, right on the stick. He's going to be very close. He does have a first down. They're going to say move the chains. 10-yard pickup.
Good for a Yorktown first down.
Nanko's 4th catch of the night. Nanko, a former DC Football Player of the Week on my Twitter poll. 3 first downs on this drive for the Tigers. They go empty backfield, 5 wide. Man in motion is Webster. They fake it underneath to him, and Moulton's just going to keep it and turn his back and run up to the middle of the line and
on the carry.
Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and long.
Brought down by 60, Hunter Wallace. 2nd down.
Final 20 seconds of the quarter. This probably will be the final snap in period number 1. Yorktown is in the red zone for the first time, trailing 14-0. Man over here very wide to the right on the near side is Phillips. Under center now for the first time tonight goes Moulton. He'll drop, roll right, look right. Under pressure now, throws to the end zone, throws it away out of bounds.
Moulton's pass incomplete.
That's the final play of the opening quarter.
That's the end of the first
Barring
quarter.
a penalty, and we're clean. We've played 12 minutes.
At this time, let's meet the
first
cheerleaders
stop,
for both teams.
Delta in the driver's seat.
Cheerleaders for
It's the
Yorktown,
Eagles.
Allison Amex,
14,
Lexi Couch,
Yorktown
Bella
nothing
Fuller,
on Beaver
Maya
Media
Good,
and the Delco Preps
Mallory
channel.
Kruger.
Who do I play high school softball for? I play for my mom and dad who've never missed a game. I play for the smell of my leather glove, the sound of infield chatter, and that incredible feel of the ball jumping off my bat. I play for sacrifice bunts and sacrifice flies because they've taught me what it means to be a teammate.
Whether they're playing for their teammates, their classmates, or their community, high school student athletes in Indiana learn important lessons they'll use for the rest of their lives, like respect for the rules, time management skills, and the value of hard work and sacrifice.
I play high school softball for my friends who decorate my locker before every big game. That's who I play for. Play for keeps. Play for fun. Play on.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We flipped the field and moved to period number 2 here in Royerton and Hoosier Heritage Conference action tonight. And so far, Delta in the driver's seat, 14-0. 3rd and 10 coming up for Yorktown. This is their best sustained drive of the night. This began at their 27-yard line. They sit at the Delta 15. Unofficially through a quarter, Mason Moulton, 6 out of 11 throwing the ball, 72 yards. His best receiver so far tonight, Nanko, with 4 catches for 61. Twins wide on both sides. Ball on the near hash. Yorktown now moving right to left toward the north goal line. Here's movement. Ben Morris of Delta jumped. Was he drawn or was he offside?
Flag on the play.
Offside against
on Delta.
Delta.
Still third down.
Second penalty against the Eagles. Both have been offsides for 5 yards each. It makes it 3rd and 5 at the 10-yard line. Couple of big plays for Delta. A 78-yard wideout screen for a touchdown pass on the second snap of the night, and then a 15-yard quarterback keeper run by Caden Bond. Stitt had the reception, by the way. And a couple Griffiths extra points have us at 14-0. Now under center, Moulton puts his man in motion. That's Nanko. He hands it to Nanko, sweeping right. He's going to be taken down on the backfield for a great play. Parker Folletic came up from the defensive backfield to play it great. It's a -2. And another tackle for loss. Great play by Folletic on Nanko.
4th down.
Make it 4th and about 6 at around the 11-yard line. 11:30 to go, second quarter. Tigers trying to chip away at that 14-0 deficit. Running back behind Moulton in the pistol is Thomas. Wideouts either side. Moulton looking to throw under pressure. It might have been deflected, and it's incomplete.
Moulton's pass incomplete.
Falls underthrown for Nanko.
Knocked down by 32, Dylan Maynor.
Maynor with credit for the deflection.
Ball turns over on downs. First
and
and 10
Yorktown
Eagles.
gives the ball back to Delta on downs. Well, Yorktown drove it from their own 27 all the way to the Delta 11-yard line, but couldn't get points, and that gives the ball back to the Eagles. Touchdown, touchdown, punt on the first 3 offensive series of the night for the number 8 Eagles. Man runs on late defensively for Yorktown. Here's a handoff, big running room to the second level, all the way out to the 19-yard line. Maynor pounds his way for a gain of about 7 yards.
Brought down by 70, Jackson New.
4 carries, 26 yards on the night for Maynor. It was an arm load to tackle. It's like a steamroller with an attitude. 2nd and 3. Ball at the 18-yard line. Bond in the pistol. Hands straight ahead. Not much running room. A tough yard maybe for Maynor, and it'll be 3rd and short.
Brought down by 34, Luke Wilhelm.
So what do you do if you're Chris Overholt? Do you dial up a throw here on 3rd and short? I think you probably keep it on the ground, which is a great reason to throw it and make me look bad and shut me up. We'll see what he does. He's got a very good running attack. I'd just put it in somebody's hands like Maynor maybe and say, go get me the yard. They do hand it inside and breaking tackles and fighting all the way to the 26-yard line for a first down.
32, Dylan Maynor, the
is
ball carrier.
Maynor again.
That's good for a Delta first down.
6-yard pickup. Five first downs in the game by Delta. They get a fresh 4 snaps from their own 26. Early in the second period with a 14-0 lead, Bond is going to keep it and take it off left tackle. He's very quick. He got a couple of tough yards. It'll be 2nd and long. Doherty with credit for the stop by Yorktown. Bond has him set, claps for the snap. He's got it, hands it straight ahead, and they're wearing out the inside part of the running game.
Dylan Maynor, the ball carrier.
Maynor, that's Carpenter, rather. Carpenter with the carry, 31.
Brought down by 36, Braden Foltz.
Give him about 6 yards. 3rd and 1. It's going to be a quarterback sneak. Bond says, just move the chains for me.
Bond on the keeper.
They'll unpile him.
Tackled by half the defense.
Let's see here. He's going to be just short.
4th down.
Just short. 4th and a yard to go. So Delta has decision time here. 4th and 1 at their own 35-yard line. They've got a 14-0 lead with 8.5 minutes to go before halftime. They're going to line up as if they're going to go. Maybe they'll just try to draw them offside with Bond under center. The whole Yorktown defense within 3 yards of the snap. Long snap count, they were just trying to draw them offside. Timeout taken by Chris
Delta.
Overholt. Will take the break with him. 8:22 left in the first half. Delta out in front, 14-0 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
More than 7.7 million American teenagers participate in high school sports every year, including about 152,000 here in Indiana. They're all learning essential life lessons, like the importance of hard work, time management, and self-discipline. Skills that are helping them become better leaders and more active, responsible citizens. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the ball game. 8:22 remaining in the second quarter. Coming off the Delta timeout, it'll be Eagles 4th and 1 at their own 35. They tried to draw Yorktown offside. Didn't work. They'll send the punt squad in, and that means Quinn Backus on the punt. Standing at his own 23. The deep end for Yorktown is Nanko at around his 35 or so. Good snap, no rush. High wobbly kick. Nanko signals for the fair catch, and he's got it clean at the 30-yard line. 8:17 to go here in the second quarter. So Delta punts away the ball for the second time tonight, and that gives Yorktown a chance to get a little something going. They had a nice drive on their last series. They drove from their own 27 all the way to the Delta 11-yard line. That's 62 yards of real estate in my chicken scratch math. And so if you can keep doing that, you can make a game out of this. Yorktown at their 30. 3 wide right, 1 wide left. Running back behind Moulton, who's under center. There's the misdirection give. Did the ball come out? It looks like it's free on the exchange. Yorktown may have fallen on it. They did. It's a loss of 2 and 2nd and 12.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by 65, Caleb Arthur.
Caleb Arthur with credit for the pickup of the fumble. Second down, 12 yards to go. 2 wide, make it 3 wide right. 1 left here on the near side with a running back and Moulton, who takes the snap in the pistol. Long throw. Nanko's out there. He's got it on a big gainer inside Delta territory all the way to the 38-yard line. 34-yard pickup.
Russell. 1st and 10, Yorktown.
Beautiful throw by Moulton. Hit him right on the money. $95 receiving yards by Nanko already in the game. Putting on a show. 1st and 10 Tigers at the Delta 38. Moulton, quick throw over the middle, caught by Lovelace. He's hit by a couple of Delta defenders after a gain of around 9 yards.
Carter Lovelace. Brought down by 23 in Rinbarger. 2nd down.
Make it 2nd and short. Better part of a yard. Ball sitting on the Delta 29-yard line. 6:50 to go, second quarter. Delta out in front, 14-0, but Yorktown looking better with each possession offensively. Under center now is Moulton. Sends a man in short motion. Play action, drop. Throw down the middle. He's got a man out there. It is incomplete and nearly intercepted as the defensive back Jones ducked underneath the receiver and nearly picked himself a ball off. Nice play by Blake Jones.
Broken up by number 5.
Third and short.
Third down.
Couple of nice pass breakups tonight by Blake Jones from his corner spot. That brings up 3rd and 1. Tigers trying to convert. Man wide here on the near side is Nanko. He's got single coverage out here. That could be where the ball is going. From the pistol, and now a whistle before the snap and a flag. Is it going to be a timeout? Instead, it is a timeout. Mike Wilhelm says, I want to talk it over. We'll take the break. 6:32 left in the first half. Delta 14, Yorktown nothing on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Who do I play high school softball for? I play for my mom and dad who've never missed a game. I play for the smell of my leather glove, the sound of infield chatter, and that incredible feel of the ball jumping off my bat. I play for sacrifice bunts and sacrifice flies because they've taught me what it means to be a teammate.
Whether they're playing for their teammates, their classmates, or their community, high school student athletes in Indiana learn important lessons they'll use for the rest of their lives, like respect for the rules, time management skills, and the value of hard work and sacrifice.
I play high school softball for my friends who decorate my locker before every big game. That's who I play for. Play for keeps. Play for fun. Play on.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
On 3rd and 1, Yorktown going forward in Delta territory. High snap back to Moulton, but he'll take it upfield inside the 25. Fights his way to the 21-yard line. 8-yard pickup for Moulton, and it's good for a Yorktown first down.
Brought down by 23, Ian Rinbarger, and 60.
Moulton's a nice-looking player, and he's only a sophomore, and he's probably going to get bigger before this is all said and done. He could really be one of the great quarterbacks to come along at Yorktown in the Wilhelm era. They've had some good ones, and he's got a chance to be pretty darn good. Under center goes Moulton, sets his man in motion. That's Nanko. They hand it to Nanko, and he's going to be drilled. The defense was not fooled at all.
Colton Nanko, the ball carrier.
Braxton Russell
Tackled
came
for a loss
up
by
and
25.
just
Braxton Russell
took him down for a loss.
Second down.
-3. Third and long. 13 yards to go from the Delta 24-yard line. One running back there in the backfield with Moulton, who goes back to the pistol again, waiting on that snap. He's got it. Short drop, looking over the middle, throws down toward the goal line. Nanko's got it. Cuts inside the defender for a touchdown. Yorktown gets on the board.
Moulton's pass complete. The 13.
24-yard strike.
Colton Nanko, touchdown, Yorktown.
Moulton to Nanko. Give him 6. Beautiful throw and catch, and Nanko made that with his move off the catch. Zigzagged the defender and went right in the end zone. Joey Hazen is on to try the PAT for Yorktown. Trying to make it a one-score game with a kick instead of a 2. Here comes the hold. The snap is good. The hold good. The kick is also good.
The extra point by Joey Hazen is good.
5:12 to go. We've got ourselves a game again. It's Delta 14, Yorktown 7 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
More than 7.7 million American teenagers participate in high school sports every year, including about 152,000 here in Indiana. They're all learning essential life lessons, like the importance of hard work, time management, and self-discipline, skills that are helping them become better leaders and more active, responsible citizens. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Mine from that era is probably yeah.
Welcome back to the ball game. Yorktown has struck for the first time tonight. The Tigers cap off a nice 70-yard drive with a 24-yard touchdown pass from Mason Moulton to Colton Nanko. Hazen's kick was true, and it's a 14-7 contest. As I told you earlier, in my book, if you're within 14, you're doing okay for most of the game. And Yorktown's right back within 7 now on a nice drive. Their drives have gotten better as the night has gone on. Kick from Nanko. It's a squibber down the near sideline, taking on a big hop around the 25, and bam! He is really hammered down at around the 31-yard line. Renbarger brought it back, and he got pasted after a return of 7 yards.
Tackled by 40, Grant Doherty. First and 10.
First and 10, Delta
Eagles.
at their own 32. So now we find out how Delta responds to getting punched in the face. That's only the third touchdown yielded this year by the Delta defense. Now, I haven't seen them all, but based on the two games I've seen, that's the best scoring drive against the Delta defense so far this season. On first down, Bond is under center. Handoff goes straight ahead, and 3 Yorktown defenders are there to say, not this time, to the ball carrier. That was Carpenter, and Carpenter lost a yard.
31, Nolan Carpenter, the ball carrier. Well, down by 54, Ashton Anderson. Loss on the play, second down.
Yorktown playing fired up right now. 2nd and 11. Bond still under center. Now they go in motion with Stitt. Toss sweep to him to the left side. Cuts around a block, trying to find Dayland on the corner. Only got back to around the original line of scrimmage. It might have been a gain of a tough yard that time. Wow.
Third down.
Backus, no gain officially. 3rd and 11. 4:12 to go before halftime. Clock rolling down. Out here, split wide right. One of the Yorktown wideouts. Nanko with single coverage. Bond is going to roll to his right this way. Finds a gap. Cuts it upfield to around the 35,
18,
maybe the 36-yard line. And whistles.
Ball down by 55. Hunter Turpin.
Put him down at the 35-yard line.
4th down.
6-yard pickup.
Timeout, Yorktown.
Brings up 4th down. It's going to be 4th and 7 yards to go when play resumes at the 35-yard line in Delta territory. The Eagles talking things over. 3:55 is plenty of time to get something going if you're Yorktown. If you can force a punt here, you're probably going to get at least decent field position. If you tack on 40 from here, you'd get it at your own 25. So if they can force the punt here and do something decent with the return, 2 timeouts remaining, you might be able to get even. If you're just joining us, it's been a whale of a game. Looked like a blowout early. First touchdown came less than a minute into the game on a Stitt 78-yard touchdown catch and run from Bond. And 42 seconds into the game, it was 7-0 after the Griffiths kick. 7:40 of the first, Bond scored on a 15-yard quarterback keeper run. Griffiths with the kick again to make it 14-0, but Yorktown came back on that Nanko touchdown pass from Moulton. And Delta will punt it. High, terrific wobbly kick, a fair catch again signaled by Nanko, who comes up and makes the catch at the 39-yard line.
First and 10, Yorktown.
It's only a 26-yard punt, and Yorktown is in business. Tigers have the ball at their own 40. used to be a punter, among other things. And let me tell you, the time for a really good one there was high enough, but not deep enough. Tigers with a golden opportunity, starting the drive at their own 40, 3:49 remaining in the quarter. They trail 14-7. Moulton back in the pistol with one running back next to him to his left. Takes the snap, steps up, under pressure. He's going to jump throw to the far sideline. Nanko is out there. He makes an incredible catch. Flags fly in.
Moulton's pass
That's
incomplete.
interference. He
13,
had it come
Nanko.
out of his hands. It's incomplete, but it
On the
looks
play.
like pass interference is probably going to be the call. Flags are around the 38-yard line. Nanko twisted in the air and just about caught it. A penalty against
Pass
Delta.
interference on Delta.
It is PI. Wow. And the beauty of the high school game is that it doesn't ding you too bad because it's from the line of scrimmage and it moves it to the Delta 45. It's a first down by penalty for the Tigers. It stops the clock for them at 3:43, and now they've really got a nice chance to get even in this game. Delta 14, Yorktown 7, Tigers at the Delta 45. Moulton back in the pistol, waiting on the snap. Oh, bad snap. He gets buried in the backfield right in front of me. Moulton got
sack for a
crushed by a couple of Delta defenders who put the navy blue on him and just crushed him all the way back to the Yorktown
60, Hunter Wallace.
49.
Second down.
Hunter Wallace gets credit for the TFL. Moulton got buried. He no more than got his hands on that ball and looked up, and blue was in his grill. 2nd and 16. Final 3:03 of the half. Tigers trailing by 7. Moulton drops, throws over the middle. It is incomplete.
Moulton's pass incomplete.
Nanko really got
Moulton
hammered
Nanko.
trying to haul that one in
Covered
around
on the
the
play by 32.
45-yard
Maynard.
line.
Third down.
Maynard put the paste on him, and it's 3rd and long. Maynard puts a tattoo on you, you'll feel it for a while. Third and 16. Yorktown ball. Yorktown 49-yard line right in the middle of the field on the Eaglehead logo. Moulton has time. Now under pressure, throws it deep down the middle. It is going to be incomplete. There were 3 receivers and 3
Moulton's pass
defenders
incomplete.
out there. Don't know
Fourth
who his
down.
intended receiver was, but it brings up 4th down. So will Yorktown punt? It looks like they're at least going to consider going for it from their own 49. Moulton is back there, and now
84, Carter Lovelace.
Lovelace
back
is going to
punt.
drop back in punt formation. He'll stand at his 35. So Yorktown's going to boot it away.
7, Parker Athletic beat the
Lovelace
Eagles.
on to punt for the 3rd time tonight. Good snap to him, no rush. Low line drive. It's going to be taken on a fair catch by Stitt
Fair call.
at around the 19-yard
1st and
line.
10, Eagles.
Give the Eagles the ball back. They've got 2:45 remaining in the half, leading 14-7. They'll open the drive at their own 19-yard line on the far hash. Delta led 14-0 early, including at the end of the first quarter, but Yorktown has cut it in half, and it's a 14-7 game. Bond goes under center. Man goes in motion. It's a reverse handoff inside. Great running room all the way to the 30-yard line as the defense was fooled a little bit. That was Stitt, and he's going to be awfully close to a first
2,
down.
Abrams Stitt, the ball carrier.
11-yard pickup, first down Delta.
Good for an Eagle first down.
That's Stitt's first rush of the night. Fresh 4 downs for the Eagles. Misdirection inside again, and this time only about a yard, as Yorktown had Stitt's number
Abrams, the ball
and
carrier.
said, "You're not getting more than that, 3 feet."
We're down by 86.
Second and 9.
Hazen.
Clock rolling down at 2:13 of the first half. Good crowd on hand. We're glad you're along for the ride. Take an extra bowl of potato chips or popcorn and a Pepsi and enjoy. Bond back to throw it. Deep ball down the far sideline. His man is out there, just overthrown off the fingertips
for 7,
of Parker
Folletic.
Folletic down around the 25-yard line. Bond showed off his arm a little bit that time.
Covered by 28, Adam Morrow.
And threw that ball a good 50 yards plus
Third
in
down.
the air. Stops the clock with 1:55 to go here in the second quarter. Let's see what the Eagles do on 3rd and long. They need 9 yards. They need to get out past their 40-yard line to roll it over again. Bond will go under center with a single setback. Wideouts on both sides. Man in motion this way is Stitt, and here are whistles and flags all over the place.
Flag on the play.
And it's illegal procedure
False start
against
on
Delta.
Still 3rd down.
Well, you get to week 4, and as a coach, you start to get irritated with those because 4th penalty of the night for 30 yards combined by Delta, and you don't want to keep giving away real estate. That makes it 3rd down and 14. Back at the Eagle 26-yard line. Tigers are trying to get the ball back and maybe do something in the final couple minutes. (14-7). That was last year's final score. I don't think it'll be this year's. I could be wrong. Bond goes back under center, back to work on 3rd and 14. Backus in motion left. They'll take it that way and hand it to Stitt. Make it Carpenter.
31, Nolan
Carpenter with the carry. Only got, maybe a loss of 1 that time. They'll put him down at the 25.
4th down. Timeout, Yorktown.
That's a good defensive series by the Tigers. They call timeout. We'll take the break with them. 1:50 to go before halftime. It's Delta 14, Yorktown 7 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the ball game. Coming out of the Yorktown timeout, it's going to be a punting situation for Delta on 4th down at their 25-yard line, 4th and 15, and they'll punt it away. Nanko is back here deep for the Tigers at around the 40. It's a low kick. It's going to be returnable. Nanko makes the catch, and he's hit right away.
Punt return.
Good coverage
by
that
13,
time. Nanko takes the punt back to the 46-yard line, but he paid for it. Got drilled pretty good. Tigers have a golden opportunity here, though. 1st and 10 at their own 46 with a $1:44 to go.
Brought down by 5, Blake Jones. 1st and 10, Yorktown.
So if you're Mike Wilhelm, you're thinking, hey, we trail 14-7. We got a 1:44 to go and a short field at our own 46. Let's go try to tie this thing up. 3 wideouts to the right here in front of me at the Tiger 46-yard line. Moulton waiting for the ball. He's got the high snap, under pressure, screen to the right side. Bam! Dylan Maynard came up and crushed Thomas
27.
on the
Dylan
catch right away. That's a loss of
Tackled
7.
for a loss by 32, Dylan Maynard. 2nd down.
Wow. That was the hit of the night so far. 2nd and 17. Maynard waiting on the snap again. Not Maynard, Moulton rather. And Moulton's got it. Got Maynard on the brain. Throw over the middle. Incomplete. Intended for
pass
Webster
incomplete.
at around the
10 for
Delta
15.
47-yard
Blair
line.
Webster.
Well defended out there. It'll be 3rd and long.
5, Blake Jones on the coverage.
Unofficially,
3rd
Moulton
down.
has thrown 20 passes already in this game. It's starting to look like last night's Buccaneers-Cowboys game, which had 108 passes in it. If you didn't stay up to watch that, man, did you miss a game, especially the last 3 minutes. 3rd and 17, Tigers. This drive began at their 46. They're back at their 39 after a great play from the linebacker, Maynard, a couple snaps ago. Tigers go 3 wide right, 1 wide left. 1 running back is Thomas. Dropping, under pressure, trying to set up a screen, and Moulton just threw it away.
Pass incomplete.
That's a heady play and brings up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
You don't want to take a sack there. So the Tigers will punt it away. And now if you're Delta, you've got a chance to get pretty good field position and maybe go get some more here with 58 seconds remaining before the end of the first half. Lovelace is the Yorktown
84, Carter
punter.
Lovelace
Line of
back to
scrimmage
punt.
is the Yorktown 39.
7, Folletick deep for the Eagles.
Folletick waiting at his own 30-yard line. No rush at all. Low kick. It's returnable if he wants to. He's going to let it hit, though. Folletick says, go ahead and roll, and it rolls inside the Delta 20 all the way down around. The Yorktown players are swinging their arms to try to create some wind to blow the ball even farther downfield. Outstanding
1st
work.
and 10, Eagles.
Comes to a rest at around the 16-yard line. That was funny. As I said earlier, I used to be a punter, so you'll do anything to increase that net, baby. You tell them, hey, get down and blow on it if you have to. 1st and 10, Eagles, their ball at their own 16 with a 14-7 lead. And back to the pistol, and it's going to be one of the running backs taking the snap. It's Stitt, who came in and
2, Abram Stitt, the ball
took
carrier.
the direct snap and ran it out to around the 23-yard line.
Brought down by 13, Colton Nanko.
Make it the 22-yard
Second down.
line. That's a 5-yard pickup. Final 20 seconds of the period. Another direct snap to Stitt. He tries the left side
2,
and gets
Abram Stitt, the
buried.
ball carrier.
Nice play by the Yorktown defense. Jackson New was there.
Tackled by number 70,
Part of the
Jackson
stop.
New. 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Final 1 second of the half. Are they
The
going
end of
to
the
let
first
it run
half
out?
with the score, Delta
They do let it
14,
run out.
Yorktown 7.
No timeout taken, and that does it. We've played 24 minutes of exciting football. This one is still anybody's to take home with the dub. We're going to have time here in Royerton. It's Delta 14, Yorktown 7. Back with a halftime show after this timeout on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
A 50-50 ball. An elbow to the ribs. A sudden flash of tempers. In sports, anything can happen in the heat of the moment. The Indiana High School Athletic Association reminds you that when cooler heads prevail, everybody wins. When the game heats up, will you keep your cool? This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
The world of high school sports is filled with athletes who possess the eye of the tiger and whose focus and determination enables them to soar like eagles. The games themselves can't be played without a few zebras. Becoming an IHSAA official is a great way to be part of the action and to support Indiana's healthy tradition of high school athletics. Visit IHSAA.org and get in the game. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in your community.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. There's just one place where a team is more than a group of individual agendas. It's a catalyst for demonstrating the potential of the collaborative spirit. There's just one place where players, coaches, and fans experience the exhilaration that happens when an entire community rallies behind the school team. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. In addition, high school sports help young people in Indiana develop the discipline and confidence they need to be leaders in life, even as they unite communities like nothing else. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Exceptional play has propelled Delta
Welcome back to
as a team
Royerton,
in over a
Delta
decade.
High School. Brian Beaver,
In
Robbie
addition to high
General
school
at the
soccer,
Star
Addie
Press
has
next
been
door.
successful with her travel team,
All he has to do
leading the
tonight is write a
national
game
Final
story
Four
and then
in
drive 8 hours
2019 and
out to
winning the
Pennsylvania for
Ohio
tomorrow's
Valley Player of the
Ball
Year
State
the
Penn
last
State
2
game.
years.
How about them apples?
Addie is currently ranked
Doing
a
yeoman's work.
4-star recruit
Catch his
and
story
is
on
ranked as one of the top 50 girls soccer players in the
StarPress.com. We're at
class of
halftime.
2022.
This one has been a
In
nail biter.
2020, Addie
It
was
looked like it was
recognized
going
as
to
the
be
Indiana
a
Gatorade
Delta
Player of the
Avalanche
Year
early.
as she led the state in scoring not
Eagles
only her junior year but also
Took
her sophomore
advantage
year.
of some early opportunities and built.
Delta Athletic
They
Director
built a
Phil
14 to
Clark is
nothing
presenting
lead
the banner to
at
Addie,
one point, but
which will hang at
Yorktown
Delta High School.
hung tough.
This
They
award
played better on both sides of the
not only
ball, did Yorktown, as the
highlights her
half
exceptional
unfolded,
play,
and managed
also
to
that she is
cut
a
the lead in
humble,
half and threatened to tie it a couple
humble
times
athlete who wants
late in
nothing
the
but the best
second
for her
quarter.
team.
So it's been a
Addie is
fantastic
the daughter
game.
of Amanda and Adelaide
And man,
Chester.
talk about
She is committed to the
exciting.
University of Louisville
There's some really
and will be
cool things
graduating
going
in
on here
December
tonight
to enroll early. She
in
hopes
this
to
one
play
out in
professionally
Royerton.
and coach soccer after her playing days are complete.
Scoring.
Eagle fans, let's
in the first
congratulate
quarter,
Addie Chester on these incredible
Delta strikes first
accomplishments
on a
and wish her the best
78-yard
of luck as she
pass
finishes her
from
senior
Bond
year with
to
her teammates
Stitt.
here at Delta.
2 plays, 80 yards, Griffiths kick, 7-0 Eagles before the Fannies were even warm on the bleachers. Eagles scored again on their next possession as they went downfield and got the final 15 yards on a Caden Bond quarterback keeper run right up the middle of the field. Griffiths kick was good again, and it was 14-0 Delta with 7:40 to go in the first period, and it looked like the route might be on, but Yorktown had different ideas. The Tigers got a lot better later in the game, especially in the second quarter. The Tigers got their only score of the night on a Nanko 24-yard touchdown catch on a pass from Moulton. Hazen's kick was good, and at 5:12 of the second quarter, it was a 14-7 game, but neither team could get anything going the rest of the half. And that's where the scoring came to a screeching halt. His first 2 touchdown drives by Delta to open the game went 80 yards, and then they took advantage of a short field and opened their drive at the Yorktown 39 on a rough punt that went out of bounds, only 18-yard punt, and a 39-yard drive capped off by that 15-yard run
Tonight,
by
the
Bond.
Delta High School Marching Band will perform.
That's where things stand in terms of the scoring.
First part of their
The Delta Band
2021
is going to
halftime
do
show
a
entitled
performance
Rock,
here, and we're going to let you
featuring songs that have
listen
the word
into
rock
it.
in them.
That'll give me a chance to total up
We
some
will rock
numbers
you by Queen,
for you.
Rock You Like a Hurricane by the
And
Scorpions,
we'll be back after the
and I
band
Love Rock.
to bring you up to
Joan
date
Jett
on
and the
the
Blackhearts.
unofficial
A huge
halftime
thank you to the
numbers.
Delcom Foundation
Here
and the
they
Ball
come.
Brothers Foundation
Used
for
to be
their
a
generous
bando
financial
myself and a
support
trumpet
of their
player,
new
so
uniforms. These
we'll let the
uniforms are
kids have a
designed to
little bit of a
reflect the
highlight
community
here in the
and the owners
spotlight.
of the Delta High School with the triangular Delta symbol featured prominently. Now taking the field for your entertainment, your marching Eagles led by drum major Sierra Monahan and Nick Lane.
We're at halftime. Nice performance tonight by the Delta Eagles Marching Band. We'll take a break. When we come back, the unofficial first half stats after this timeout on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Who do I play high school softball for? I play for my mom and dad who've never missed a game. I play for the smell of my leather glove, the sound of infield chatter, and that incredible feel of the ball jumping off my bat. I play for sacrifice bunts and sacrifice flies because they've taught me what it means to be a teammate.
Whether they're playing for their teammates, their classmates, or their community, high school student athletes in Indiana learn important lessons they'll use for the rest of their lives, like respect for the rules, time management skills, and the value of hard work and sacrifice.
I play high school softball for my friends who decorate my locker before every big game. That's who I play for. Play for keeps. Play for fun. Play on.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. More than 7.7 million American teenagers participate in high school sports every year, including about 152,000 here in Indiana. They're all learning essential life lessons, like the importance of hard work, time management, and self-discipline, skills that are helping them become better leaders and more active, responsible citizens. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Who do I play high school softball for? I play for my mom and dad who've never missed a game.
Whether they're playing for their teammates, their classmates, or their community, high school student athletes in Indiana learn important lessons they'll use for the rest of their lives, like respect for the rules and the value of hard work and sacrifice. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Indiana. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We're at halftime in Royerton. Great game after 24 minutes of football. Going to the intermission. Delta leading Yorktown 14-7. Brian Beaver along with you. Here's a quick look at the unofficial halftime stats. First for Yorktown, their quarterback Mason Moulton, 10 of 21 throwing the ball for 132 yards and a touchdown unofficially. His receivers, Colton Nenko with 6 catches for 119, including the 24-yarder for a touchdown. 2 catches apiece for Carter Lovelace and Jalen Thomas. Lovelace 2 for 12. Thomas 2 for a net 1. He took a 7-yard minus play on a little screen pass when he got pasted by Dylan Maynard. Rushing, the Tigers haven't run the ball much. Moulton 6 carries for a net of 2. Nenko 2 carries minus 5. Thomas 2 carries minus 1. 2 penalties unofficially in the first half by Yorktown. They put up 7 first downs. They punted 4 times. Delta unofficially in the first half. Caden Bond, 1 out of 4 through the air for 78 yards. His only completion was that second play of the night touchdown pass to Abram Stitt for 78 yards. That's all they've done through the air. The rest has been ground chuck by the Delta Eagles. Bond with 8 rushes for 30. Backus, 1 carry, no yards. Stitt, 4 carries for 18. Carpenter, 6 carries for 10. Maynard, with 6 carries for a net of 33 unofficially. 4 penalties in the first half by Delta. 6 first downs. They fumbled but covered it. They also have punted it away 4 times. So coming in, we said this game looks pretty even on paper. So far, that's exactly what it has been. We will take one more timeout. Both teams are on the field warming up for the third quarter. We'll have the start of the third quarter. Remember that Yorktown won the toss deferred. Tigers are going to get the ball next after this break on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
This is a tough time for all of us, and it is an especially tough time for high school students and high school sports.
Let's stick together. Let's listen to each other and support one another. Let's work hard, follow health and safety protocols, always mask up, be sure to get a flu shot, and never get complacent or careless.
If we do, I believe that we will have a great high school sports season. I believe that we will win. I'm Paul Neidig, Commissioner of the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
And I'm Carrie Schludecker, Assistant Commissioner.
On behalf of every high school in Indiana, thank you for your support.
This is commitment. This is self-discipline. This is teamwork. This is what high school sports in Indiana are all about. This is your IHSAA.
High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They're about persistence and perseverance, no matter how big the challenge.
The high schools in our community are going through a difficult time, but our fall sports season is off to a strong start. And with your patience, flexibility, and unwavering support, we think we'll have a surprisingly good year.
Most important of all, we've got to follow virus protocols and get a flu shot. So let's stay after it. Let's not give up. I'm Carrie Schludecker.
And I'm Robert Falkins. We're both assistant commissioners of the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Our high school coaches and student athletes, thank you for your support.
This is persistence. This is perseverance. This is positivity. This is what high school sports in Indiana are all about. This is your IHSAA.
Jalen Thomas on the return.
Welcome back to the ball game. The kickoff to open the
Brought down
second
by
half.
34, Jacob
Returned by
Royal.
Yorktown to around the 30-yard line.
1st and 10, Yorktown.
And the first drive of the second half belongs to the Tigers at their own 30-yard line. They'll send Mason Moulton back there at QB. Been there all night. In the pistol most of the night. He's there again with running back next to him. That's Jalen Thomas. 3 wide right here as they move it right to left. Quick throw to the flat. Caught by Nanko. Tackled
Moulton's pass complete.
immediately.
13, Colton
That's
Nanko.
a 2-yard loss.
Brought down by 7, Parker Folletic. Tackle for a loss, 2nd down.
2nd and 12 coming up. Folletic with a nice play from his defensive back position. Blair Webster will come wide way across the field here to the near side. That's the left of the Yorktown offense with 3 wide right across the way in front of their bench. Nenko, pistol snap, fakes the handoff, cuts it upfield himself, runs it out to around the 35-yard
The
line.
ball carrier.
They'll give him a 7-yard pickup, but it's going to be 3rd and a healthy 5.
Brought down by 54, John Raines. 3rd down.
Yard to gain is the Yorktown 40, the nose of the ball just outside the Yorktown 35. So it's a healthy 4.5, short 5 here on 3rd down. Trips this side on the left end of the formation, 1 wide right, 1 running back. Moulton wants to throw, looks over the middle. It's deflected and incomplete. Crossing pattern by
Moulton's pass
Lovelace.
Incomplete, intended for 84.
Incomplete
Hunter
off his
Lovelace.
hands. A nice job defending it by Ian
Broken up by
Renbarger, and it's
23,
4th down.
Ian Renbarger. 4th down.
So barring a fake, it'll be 3 and out for Yorktown to open the second half. Carter Lovelace back to punt for the 5th time tonight. Parker Folletic
84,
is the
Carter Lovelace
Delta
back to
deep
punt.
man at his own 35-yard line. Line of scrimmage is the 36. Lovelace under no rush. High buzzsaw of a punt. They'll let it come down. It'll take a big Yorktown roll down around the 22-yard line. 43 yards all net on the punt, and we'll keep it right here.
Ball is down. It'll be 1st and 10.
Delta goes back
Eagles
to
at the
work.
23.
14-7 leaders. And they'll open this one with average field position. Nothing to write home about at all at your own 23. Good job by Delta's defense to get them off the field and put Yorktown back on the defensive side of the ball. And now, just as they did on the second play of the night, 4 wideouts bunched together here on the near side. This time, 3 Yorktown defenders instead of 1. That was a disaster early in the game. Bond picks up the snap off the ground. He's crushed back around the 18-yard line. He got drilled.
18, Caden Bond on the keeper.
Terrific play in the
Brought down by
defensive
40, Grant
backfield
Doherty.
that time. Grant Doherty just pasted him
Tackle
for
for a
a
loss,
minus
2nd down.
4. Terrific play by Yorktown. Second and long. 14 yards to go. That was one of the better defensive efforts of the night by the Tigers. Bond in the pistol with a running back. Option play left. Faked the pitch and got smothered on the corner before he could do anything with it.
Bond on the keeper.
2 or 3 Yorktown defenders were there, and it's a -5, and they're going backwards
Brought down by 54.
on the Delta
Ashton
side of the
Anderson.
ball. Ashton Anderson credit for the stop. 2 terrific defensive plays, and now Delta's pinned back at their own 15-yard line. 3rd and 18. Delta needs to get it out past the 33. From the 15 with Bond under center this time and 1 setback behind him under a heavy rush. He's hit as he lets it go. The throw is in the air and it's intercepted. Yorktown has intercepted it. That's Carter Lovelace, I believe. Yorktown comes up with a turnover at the Delta 16-yard line. Well, Bond was back there, and he took a shot as he let that one fly, and it went not quite straight up in the air, but very high and short. And the Yorktown defender was there to take the interception, and Yorktown is in business.
Intercepted by 84, Carter Lovelace.
It was Lovelace. First turnover of the night. And Yorktown has a golden opportunity at the 16-yard line in Delta territory. Quick throw to the right. It's caught by Thomas. Can't get much after the catch. Got to around the 15-yard line. Wow.
Brought down by 44, Ben Morris. 2nd down.
2-yard gain. We'll make it 3. Yorktown huddling before this offensive play. You don't want to waste this opportunity if the Tigers are your team. You want them to get in the end zone here, trailing 14-7. You start a drive at your opponent's 16, you got to get points. Moulton throwing to the end zone. Nanko is open. He can't caught up with the throw. Diving backward, he was wide open. It looked like he was going to get a touchdown, and it's
Jones
incomplete.
on the coverage. 3rd down.
My apologies. I'm at a position where I literally have to look through a windowsill, and I lose about 10 yards of field right where that ball came down. 3rd down and 7. Officially, we'll spot him at the 13-yard line. Wow. 3 men come wide here on the near side. That's the left. Webster the farthest out near the numbers. Moulton has the snap. Under pressure. He's going to be sacked. Back around the 21-yard line. Ben Morris brings the hammer again. 44.
Well, Mason Moulton sacked
Magnum
by number 44.
Wow.
Ben Morris.
Unreal. That's an
4th down.
8-yard loss. You hear the fans chanting Ben Morris. He's a terrific defensive end. Might be the biggest play of the night defensively so far by Delta. It makes it 4th down and a mile. They're going to go. They need 15 yards from the 21. Thomas resets in motion next to Moulton in the pistol. He's got the snap under pressure, throwing to the end zone. Nenko out there. It's overthrown, incomplete. Well defended out there by Jones again, and he comes up gimpy, hopping on 1 foot back to his bench.
5, Blake Jones on the cut.
So the Tigers can't get anything out of that drive.
Over on downs. 1st and 10.
They actually
Eagles.
move negative yardage back to the 22-yard line. Big defensive stand by Delta midway through the 3rd quarter. Yorktown gives it over on downs. Eagle ball, their own 22, leading 14-7 here in the 3rd quarter. Here's an inside handoff. Power running inside by Maynor, who got about a yard.
Maynor, the ball carrier.
Maybe 2.
Brought down by 26.
They'll spot him down
Aiden
at the
Ewing.
23. It's a 1-yard pickup.
2nd down.
Thanks for riding along in the shotgun chair tonight. We appreciate your ears. Drop me a line on Twitter. Let me know where you caught the game. Love to know. 2nd and 9. Eagle ball deep in their own territory at their 23. Sweep this way. That's right. And bam, on the corner at the point of attack. Down goes Stitt after about a yard, maybe 2. He got out around the 25.
Brought down by 13, Colton
We'll
Nanco.
see where they put the down marker across
Third
the
down.
way. It'll be 3rd and long either way. At the 23. Officially no gain. Ball on the near hash. That's the right side of the field for the offense as they move left to right, north to south here at Delta High School with 6:08 to go in the third quarter. Eagles have the ball in a 14-7 lead. They put Backus in motion to the far side. Look out, here's a heavy rush. And just as he's
Bond's pass
hit,
incomplete,
Bond
intended for
manages
one.
to get the
Quinn
pass
Backus.
away to the flat, but it's
Fourth down.
incomplete, intended for Backus. That brings up 4th down. Exactly 6
Quinn
minutes
Backus back to
remaining.
punt.
Backus will wait on the snap and punt. He's at his 10. Pair of Yorktown deep men, Nenko and I believe Thomas, on either side of the hash is at around their 45. It's a high knuckleball spiral. Nenko will let it hit and take a roll. It'll go out of bounds near the Delta bench. It's all net for Backus and first down
Goes out
for
of bounds. It'll
Yorktown.
be 1st and 10
5:53
Yorktown.
to go third quarter. 14-7 Delta on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
On first down, Moulton throws down the middle deep. It's incomplete, intended for Lovelace, and he got hit just as he threw. Moulton took a shot from the backside.
Covered by 25, Braxton Russell.
Russell pasted him. 2nd and 10. Moulton in the pistol. Hands it right side. Thomas breaks a couple tackles, gets to the point of attack, into the secondary. Still going at the 40. He's tripped from behind and taken down, but not before he goes to the Delta 37-yard line.
Jalen Thomas, the ball carrier.
That's a 23-yard gain. Best effort of the night by Thomas. Give him first down yardage. First down of the second half.
1st and 10 Yorktown.
Officially, they'll put him at the 36. Tigers will stay in the pistol and put 2 men wide left, 1 in the slot, and 1 man wide right. Inside handoff to Thomas. Tough running in there. That
27, Jalen
avalanche
Thomas, the ball carrier.
of navy blue
Brought down by 44, Ben
is
Morris.
there to meet him after a short gain. I give him 2 yards for his work. Second and about 8 at the Eagles 34. Under 5 minutes now to go in the third quarter in a 14-7 game. We've been stuck on 14-7 since the midpoint of quarter number 2. It's been a defensive 12 minutes or so here. 3 wide left for Yorktown. Play action, throw over the middle. It's caught by Nanko. He's dragging an offender inside the 10, down around the 5, and he fumbles the ball. Delta has it at around the 2-yard line. Wow. That's a 32-yard pickup. It came out again, but it's a 32-yard completion and a fumble lost by Yorktown.
Complete to Nanco.
That's a huge turnover. One of the Delta DBs picked it up like a chopper towards short, and it's a first down for Delta.
Eagles.
Man, oh man. That's exactly what Yorktown did not need, and we have an injured player on the field. We'll take a break. 4:28 to go in the third quarter. Delta 14, Yorktown 7 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
A 50-50 ball. An elbow to the ribs. A sudden flash of tempers. In sports, anything can happen in the heat of the moment. The Indiana High School Athletic Association reminds you that when cooler heads prevail, everybody wins. When the game heats up, will you keep your cool? This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to the ball game. 4:28 remaining in the third quarter off a crazy play that resulted in a Yorktown turnover and an injured player to Delta Eagle and Jen Brown Detweiler. The trainer is out there taking a look at around the 2-yard line. The pass was good for about 32 yards from Moulton to Nanko, and he dragged a Delta defender about 10 yards. He had a handful of jersey. Nanko dragged him down around the 5 and then fumbled the ball. And one of the Delta defenders got a clean hop and picked it up and tried to return it, but basically went down where he got it around the 2-yard line. The injured player slams down his hand against the turf, and hopefully it's nothing more than something minor. You really can't tell from this far away, even through field glasses. If you're just joining us, what an exciting game. 14-7, Delta out in front of Yorktown. The Tigers have given the Eagles all they can handle tonight. As the game has gone on, Yorktown's offense and defense both have played better and better and better. They've had a couple of key opportunities. They had a first down and 10 earlier this period at the Delta 16 and could not only not score, they couldn't move the ball. They moved them back about 6 yards to Delta's defense. That should have led to points and did not. And here you take it down around the 2 and a bunch of momentum, and out you got to go. And now the player being helped off the field is one of the Delta defensive backs. It's Blake Jones, who has played his tail off tonight defending the pass, and he's hopping on his left foot and holding up his right. And that's not a good sign. That's probably some kind of ankle injury. I hope he's okay. They've got him off the field, and now Delta opens this drive at their 2-yard line. Tough territory down here. You just want to get a little real estate. Inside handoff. Here comes Stitt, off tackle right, out across the 5 to around the 6-yard line. Gain of 4.
We're down by 44, Jack Stinson, second down.
This is where you really got to be careful when you're pinned this deep in a one-score game. They'll keep it on the ground, little Delta. On second down, they try off tackle right side. Stitt again.
Stitt, the ball carrier.
Stitt taken down after a short gain. In fact, it might be no gain at all.
Danko. Third down.
We'll give him a yard. 3rd and 5. Great game. 3:45 to go, third quarter. Man split way left across the way. The rest of the formation tight for the Eagles. Big third down for them. Stitt with the direct snap. Sweeping left. Looks for running room. Gets a block, but can't get to the stick.
Abrams, Stitt, the ball carrier.
Got to around the 9-yard line. That's 2 yards, but he'll be well short of the first down.
4th down.
That'll bring up a punting down for Delta. Now you really got to be careful. As an ex-punter, I can tell you, you fear the snap over your head down here. Anything on the ground I can pick up on a hop, but you snap it over my head out of the end zone down here, I can't do a thing about it. Backus waiting in the end zone. It's a good snap. He quick kicks right out of there, but it's a high, short one. Nanko takes the fair catch. He says, hey, you ran into me. No flag, but great field position.
Yorktown.
Yorktown ball at the Delta 37. Wow. Most of this half has been played in the Delta end of the field, and I mean in the deep Delta end of the field. Yorktown with another great chance. Officially, they're going to set it down at the 36. 14-7 game, 2:52 remaining third quarter. 3 men wide right on first down for Moulton in the pistol for the Tigers. Running back to his left is Thomas. Rolling right. Time to throw. Moulton uncorks a deep ball down the sideline. It is incomplete, but a flag comes flying in.
Incomplete.
Pass was intended, I believe, for Nanko. Foletic was out there on defense, and they're going to call him for pass interference at around the 6-yard line. But again, in high school ball, the damage is limited because they come back to the line of scrimmage. It is going to be pass interference against Delta. Parker Foletic. It's hard to know from over here. You know, we're a good 70 yards away whether it was clean or not. It didn't look egregious, but the official was right there and
Pass
made the
interference
call.
on Delta.
And it'll be a first down by penalty at the 21. Costly mistake. Yorktown with a first down. This one by penalty. And they're just outside the Delta red zone at the Eagle 21. 2:46 to go in the third quarter. Tigers trail 14-7, maybe not for long. Blair Webster wide way over here on the near left side. Moulton play acts, cuts it upfield. It's a keeper to the 10, down around the 5, down around the 4.
12, Mason Moulton.
It's going to be first and goal, Yorktown. They'll put him down at the 3. 18-yard run.
First and goal.
Golden opportunity for Yorktown. First and goal. Delta 3-yard line. 2:25 to go third quarter. Eagles have a 14-7 lead, but the Tigers are pounding hard on the door. One man next to Moulton. He's going to sweep it himself left side. Looks to cut it upfield. Nice job of contain here on the edge by Maynor.
Brought down by
and
32,
Moulton
Dylan Maynor.
Was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage
Second
at that.
down.
Way to string it out for Maynor that time. If you're a Delta fan, he made a nice play, and it's no gain. Moulton has been a busy guy tonight. He has thrown 28 times and run 10 times. Second and goal. Delta defense, highly respected, highly lauded. Let's see if they can stop him again. Second and goal, Tigers from the 3. Moulton waiting for the snap. He's got the ball. He rolls right under pressure, throws to the end zone. Incomplete and nearly picked off. Wow, that was a step away from going back the other way.
Broken up by 23.
Great
Ian
play
Renbarger.
by Ian Renbarger. And it's third and goal.
Third down.
1/2 step more, and he would have picked that clean and gone about 95 yards. This is 4-down territory for Yorktown, so if you're a Delta defensive fan, you think we need 2 more stops down here. Third and goal. Tigers at the Eagle 3. 1:25 to go third quarter. Nanko goes in motion, resets here on the left. Moulton will roll right. 2 men chasing him. They're going to take him down for a sack. The ball comes out, but they're going to say the play was dead. They sack him all the way back around the 25-yard line. And now the officials are going to consult.
25.
Moulton tried to throw it away at the last minute as he was being spun down. Are they going to call that incomplete? They're going to call it an incomplete pass. Oh, man. Listen to the Delta fans right in front of us. Oh, man. That was a huge break officiating-wise. What would have been a loss, clear back to around the 25, goes as an incomplete pass. And on 4th and goal from the 3, Yorktown is going to go for the field goal. It'll be a 20-yard attempt from near the left hash for Joey Hazen, and now a whistle and a timeout by Delta.
Timeout, Yorktown.
We'll take the break with them. 1:09 to go, third quarter. Delta 14, Yorktown 7 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
The world of high school sports is filled with athletes who possess the eye of the tiger and whose focus and determination enables them to soar like eagles. The games themselves can't be played without a few zebras. Becoming an IHSAA official is a great way to be part of the action and to support Indiana's healthy tradition of high school athletics. Visit IHSAA.org and get in the game. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to the ball game. Delta head coach Chris Overholt took the opportunity during the timeout to go out and have what I'll call a discussion with the referee about that decision to rule that an incomplete pass instead of a dead ball sack. It's a huge difference in real estate of about 20 yards, and it leads to they're going to line up as if they're going to go now. Yorktown says, forget the field goal, we're going. 4th and goal from the 3. Huge play in this game with Delta leading 14-7. Moulton fakes the handoff, throws to the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown. Carter Loveless under heavy pressure.
Touchdown,
Well
Yorktown.
defended back there, but it goes as a touchdown. Foletic was right there, but Loveless out-muscled him for the ball a couple yards into the end zone, and we're a point away from being tied. Loveless with his 3rd catch of the night. And now on to try the PAT is Hazen. Right foot kicker. The hold is down. The kick on the way. It looks plenty good, and it is. Oh, wait a minute here.
Flag up.
The officials. We have a flag across the way at the line of scrimmage. Do we have a roughing call? No, we have an offside call against Delta. And now do you go for 2 here and take the point off? Or do you just keep fighting? They're going to take the penalty, and it moves to the 1.5-yard line. Costly penalty. Let's see if Yorktown goes for the deuce. They very well might. It's a 14-13 contest. Yorktown is back within a point with 1:04 to go, third quarter, and it looks like they're going to go for a 2-point conversion. They basically need 5 feet of real estate, 1.5 yards. They're going to send Webster wide right, way over near the pylon. Nanko wide left here on the near side with the pistol in place and Moulton waiting for the snap. He's got it. He runs it straight ahead. Did he get there? We've got another flag. It looks like Delta held. We've got another flag in almost the same spot by the same official. Let's see what they got here. Referee comes over. Procedure against Yorktown. Talk about a costly penalty. You hear the fans across the way booing about that one. Well, if there is such a thing as karma, Delta fans think they just saw some. That moves the ball back to around the 7-yard line. Delta is trying to figure out whether Yorktown is still going to go for 2 or whether they're going to go for 1. Mike Wilhelm is not a happy man on the far side of the field. He's out about 3 yards onto the field at the 15, having some Buttburger helper in a black and white shirt. He is not happy at all. Not at all. Well, Coach Wilhelm will go back to the box, and Yorktown is going to show 2-point conversion. Let's see what they're going to do here. Hazen is out there now. I see him with the platform in his hand. He's a pretty good sized guy. And Webster, the former starting quarterback and now receiver, is going to hold, and they'll spot it
86.
at
Joey
around
Hazen
the
on for the
13,
extra
a
point.
23-yard extra point. This is for the tie. Long wait on the snap. There it is. Hold down, kick on the way. Did he hook it? It's no good, wide left. No good. And I believe that's the first missed extra point of the season by Joey Hazen, and it comes at a very costly time. 1:04 to go, third quarter. Don't you dare go anywhere. It's Delta 14, Yorktown 13 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the ball game. What a barn burner we have brewing here tonight in Riverton. Make it Royerton.
13, Colton Manco set to kick off.
Yorktown has scored 13 points in a row to make it a 1-point game at 14-13. Here they go to kick it away to Delta. End over end, taking it around the 10-15. Renbarger's arm went up for a fair catch. Ball went off his hands back near the goal line, and one of the deep men, Backus picked it up and took it back to around the 13. And they ought to talk about that because he waved his hand, and you can fair catch the kickoff even when it's a line drive.
1st and 10 Eagles.
Wow. Unreal. Well, Delta with terrible field position at their own 12-yard line. Heads up play by Backus to get on it. So let's see what the Eagles do. They've given up 13 consecutive points, and now leading by 1. They're going to keep it on the ground. Huge hole inside into the secondary. It's a breakaway for Carpenter all the way to the 38-yard line. 16-yard run.
Brought down by 13, Colton Manco. 1st and 10 Eagles.
26-yard run, rather. First down on the ground. Eagles keep it low and pick up a yard on a carry inside by Carpenter, who comes up with a little bit of a gimpy
Carpenter,
ankle.
the ball carrier. Brought down by 40, Grant Doherty. 2nd down.
2nd and 9. Carpenter comes out. Maynor checks in for him. Final 31 seconds of the third quarter. That was a beautiful burst run by Carpenter a couple snaps ago. On 2nd and 9, Bond is back in the pistol. We have movement on the Delta line. As Delta was getting set for the snap, it's going to be procedure again against the Eagles. I believe Hunter Wallace was the guilty party. Seven penalties unofficially tonight against Delta, and that will not make Chris Overholt a happy man at all. Backs the Eagles up to their own 33. 2nd and about 15. This should be the final play of the third quarter. Stitt in the slot. 2 men wide here on the near side. Backus behind Jones. They'll keep it on the ground straight ahead instead and pile drive their way forward.
Dylan Maynor, the ball carrier.
To near the original line of scrimmage. Gain
3rd
of
down.
5 yards to the 36. Big play here. That should end the quarter, though. Delta's going to let the clock expire, and we're going to head
That's
to
the end of the third quarter. The score, Delta 14, Yorktown
We've played
13.
36 minutes of football and haven't settled much. We go to the final roundup in a nail-biter. It's Delta 14, Yorktown 13 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
The world of high school sports is filled with athletes who possess the eye of the tiger and whose focus and determination enables them to soar like eagles. The games themselves can't be played without a few zebras. Becoming an IHSAA official is a great way to be part of the action and to support Indiana's healthy tradition of high school athletics. Visit IHSAA.org and get in the game. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to the ball game. This one heads for the fourth quarter. We flip the field, and this one could be a classic finish. Delta 14, Yorktown 13. This game was a 14-0 rout early, but it ended up going Yorktown's way from the middle of the second quarter to now. 13 straight points. The Tigers claw their way back, and they're within a point. The missed extra point kick, the difference in the game right now. When play resumes, it'll be third down and 11 yards to go for Delta at their own 36-yard line. We'll see if they go to the air. Bond has one completion in the game. It was the second play touchdown way back in the first minute of the game, and that was it. Two men wide left. They'll bring it left. Option play. Bond breaks a tackle. He's in the secondary. He spins forward to around the 43-yard line. He picks up 7 yards, but he's well short of the first down.
5,500 Turpin on the tackle.
Fourth down. A fat 4. Delta's going to line up as if they're going to try to convert. Bond calling the snap, trying to draw Yorktown offside. Play clock is down to 13. Bond looks at the sideline, says, "Coach, what do you want me to do?" And Delta takes a timeout. Yorktown didn't take the bait. 11:23 to go in the fourth quarter. Delta 14, Yorktown 13 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. There's just one place where a team is more than a group of individual agendas. It's a catalyst for demonstrating the potential of the collaborative spirit. There's just one place where players, coaches, and fans experience the exhilaration that happens when an entire community rallies behind the school team. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. In addition, high school sports help young people in Indiana develop the discipline and confidence they need to be leaders in life, even as they unite communities like nothing else. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
$11:23 to go in the game. Delta 14, Yorktown 13. And on 4th and 4 at the Delta 43, the Eagles will punt to Yorktown. Backus to punt. Nanko, the lone return man for Yorktown, at his 25. Good snap, no rush. High wobbly kick. Nanko comes to the near side, fumbles the catch, takes it out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Wow, that's a loss of around 8 or 9 yards. As the punt came down, it came off Nanko's shoulder pad and rolled away from him to the sideline, and he let it go out of bounds. So that's all net on the punt for Yorktown's work, and that makes the Delta punter Backus happy because it takes the ball all the way back to the 15-yard line. Yorktown going to work. 11:15 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's anyone's game to win or lose. Triple wideouts to the far side. That's the left as Yorktown moves north to south in period 4. Quick throw, fake in the backfield. Now a deep throw on the sideline by Moulton to Nanko. He's got it. He took it out of bounds and it came out of his hands. They're going to say catch.
Bolton's
Out of
pass
bounds,
complete to
no
13,
fumble
Colton Nanko.
to the 42-yard line.
First,
27-yard gain.
first and 10 Yorktown.
First down, Tigers. Hear the crowd come to life. Trips wide here on the near side. That's the right for the Yorktown offense on 1st and 10. Out near midfield, here's a handoff and running room to the right side. Thomas across midfield, all the way to the
Jalen
Delta
Thomas, the ball
45,
carrier,
where he's taken
brought down by
down
23,
by
Ian
Ian
Renbarger.
Renbarger.
First and 10 Yorktown.
13-yard gain by Thomas. It's his best run of the night. Yorktown, back-to-back first downs. They move the ball to the Delta 45-yard line. Under 11 minutes to go in this one. Moulton, 5 yards behind his center in the pistol, waiting for the snap with 3 wide here on the short side. He looks left instead. Fakes, fires, got a man out there. It's incomplete. It was a back shoulder
Renbarger's pass
throw
incomplete, intended for 15.
over
Blair
near the
Webster.
sideline. Webster couldn't come up with the catch. Looks like he was defended over there. And well defended
22, Ryder Turner on the coverage.
by Turner. 2nd and 10.
Second down.
Moulton has thrown 33 times, unofficially for 195 yards. 2nd and 10, we'll see if they go to the air again. Basically the same formation with trips wide here on the near side, 1 man short wide on the left. Play action. Moulton throwing over the middle. It's incomplete. He was trying to hit Webster crossing. The umpire was back
Bolton's
there
pass
and
incomplete.
kind of screened Webster as he was trying to come across. That'll make it 3rd and 10.
Intended for 86, Joey Hazen. Third down.
Big third down here with 10:24 left in the game, at least in regulation. Delta 14, Yorktown 13. Thanks for riding along with us tonight in what has become a fantastic high school football game in the Hoosier Heritage Conference. 3 wide left, 1 wide right, single setback for Moulton, who takes the snap, looks left. He's going to throw deep over the middle. It's caught. Nanko has it for the first
Bolton's pass
down.
complete.
He's all the way to the
To 13,
28-yard line.
Colton Nanko.
17-yard strike for the first down.
Down by 23, Ian Renbarger.
10th
First
catch
and
of the
10
night
Yorktown.
by Nanko. Colton's having a game. Tigers are sharp on this drive. They've taken it to the Delta 33 with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, trailing 14-13. Moulton takes the snap, fakes the handoff, takes it out of the basket, keeps it himself, runs straight ahead to the 20, to the 10. He's down for the first down.
12, Mason Moulton on the keeper.
23-yard keeper by Moulton, and it's first down and
Brought
probably
down by 7.
goal to
Parker
go
Athletic.
for the Tigers.
First and goal, Yorktown.
They'll spot the ball right on the 10-yard line. It is 1st and goal. Yorktown trying to go on top. They have never led in the game. Moulton with the long wait for the snap. Handoff to the right side. Thomas cuts it upfield to the 5, down around the 3. It'll be 2nd and goal.
27, Jalen Thomas, the ball carrier.
6-yard pickup.
Second down.
Terrific ball game. Second and goal, Yorktown from the Delta 4. On the near hash, that's the right side of the field as the Tigers offense looks at it. Moulton with the snap, handoff, trying the right side again is Thomas. He's hit in the backfield, shakes a tackle, gets buried for a loss.
27, Jalen Thomas, the ball
Wyatt
carrier.
Bilby was there to take him down
Tackled by
after he
4,
shook the
Wyatt
first
Bilby.
tackle. It's a tackle for loss all the way back around the 10-yard line, and it'll be 3rd and goal. They'll spot him at the 10.
3rd and goal.
Loss of 6 yards. Back to the original line of scrimmage. 8:12 to go and the clock running down here in the 4th quarter. Let's see what Mike Wilhelm and his staff dial up on 3rd and goal. Man wide right, man wide left. Across the way, that's Morrow. Phillips here on the near side. Moulton to throw. Under pressure. Screen. Caught by Thomas. Running him to the 5. To the end zone. Touchdown, Yorktown, but a flag near the line of scrimmage. Let's wait and see what the call is going to be.
Flag on the play.
This could wipe out the Yorktown touchdown. Holding against Yorktown.
Holding on Yorktown.
Big penalty in this game. It wipes off a 10-yard touchdown. On a screen pass from Moulton to Thomas. It was well done, and it goes for naught. Unofficially, I have that as only the 4th penalty of the night against Yorktown. That's going to move the ball back
3rd and goal
to the 17-yard line. Third and goal from the 17. 7:51 to go in the contest, at least regulation. The Tigers are going to send 3 men wide left, 1 wide right, single setback next to Moulton. Let's see if they go to the air. Moulton drops. Looks like he's going to throw. Over the middle. It's incomplete. Off the hands of his receiver at around the 4-yard line. Nice job defending it out there by Delta's defense. It was intended for Nanko, and it's 4th and goal.
Parker Folletic. 4th down.
Folletic gets credit for the breakup. So now you got a decision to make. If you're Mike Wilhelm, you think, well, we could kick the field goal and take a slim lead. Let's go for the end zone if we're going to go for it. And they're going to line up and go. On 4th and goal from the Delta 17. Game could be riding on the outcome of this play. This is a big play on both sides of the ball. 3 men wide right. Moulton under pressure. Steps up. Throws on the run to the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Trying to connect with Phillips. Threw it out of the back of the end zone, and Delta holds.
The ball turns over
Wow.
on downs. 1st and 10 Eagles.
What a play. Yorktown drove the ball from their 15 to the 4 and ends up with nothing. .740 remaining in the 4th quarter. That's the 2nd time tonight Yorktown has driven it deep into Delta territory and come away empty. On 1st down, the give is to Carpenter. The Delta running back plows his way out around the 20, maybe the 21, 22-yard line. If you're Delta, you're looking at your field
31
position
Nolan Carpenter, the
thinking,
ball
man,
carrier.
Stink City, your
2nd
own
down.
23, your own 22, your own 2, your own 12, now your own 18. Yorktown has played a great field position game. On 2nd and 5, Bond keeps it on the quarterback end of the option left. Doesn't have much to show for it. They're going to say he lost a yard. Third down and 6 to go. Ball sitting the 21-yard line. They need the 27, does Delta. Man in motion, far side is Stitt. Bond dropping, throwing for Stitt out in the flat. Caught, jukes the defender, gets to the outside. He's got the first down as he takes it out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup and a Delta first down.
Knocked out of bounds by 26, Aiden Ewing. 1st and 10 Eagles.
Delta moves the chains. Fresh 4 snaps at their 30 on the right hash with 6:04 to go in the fourth quarter. The inside handoff goes straight ahead. Nice running room by Carpenter
31,
that time.
Nolan Carpenter, the ball carrier.
6, maybe 7 yards out around the 37-yard line. Give him
down
7.
by 70, Jackson New.
And now going hurry up is Delta. Carpenter again into the secondary. He's got the first down and more across midfield all the way to the 41-yard line.
1st and 10 Eagles.
22-yard run. Let's see if they go quick again. They are going to go quick. Chris Overholt dials up the hurry-up offense out of the pistol. They give it to Carpenter a 3rd straight time. This time, not much running room at all.
Nolan Carpenter, the ball carrier.
As he takes it into the middle of the defense. They're going to give him a nice, healthy 6 yards on that
70,
carry.
Jackson New. And 44, Jack Stinson.
Unofficially, 11
Second
carries, 72 yards for Carpenter, who came out earlier, dinged up a little bit, but he's back in there toughing it out. Couple of straight first downs here for Delta as they try to tack on a score here and make it tough on Yorktown. 5 minutes remaining in the fourth. 14-13 game. Eagles lead by 1. Here's the fake handoff. Bond, the quarterback, keeps it, chucks it up straight ahead. Got about a yard. It'll be 3rd down.
3rd down.
3rd and a fat 4, a short 5. Nose of the ball sitting on the Yorktown 35. 25 on the play clock. They've got plenty of time to get a play in. They could even change it if they want to. Now all 11 players looking at the sideline as the play clock hits 15, 14. Now they'll line up and run whatever they've called with 4:20 to go in the game. Under center this time for Bond. He'll straight drop, throw in the flat. It's caught by Stitt. Shakes a tackle inside the 30, down around the 26-yard line. That's a 9-yard gain and another Eagles first down.
Grant Doherty.
Two straight completions by Bond. We've got a player hurt here near the sideline for Delta. And that stops the clock with 4 minutes and 11 seconds to go. And we're going to take the break with you. Don't go away. Great finish coming up. Yorktown 14, Delta 13 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
A 50-50 ball. An elbow to the ribs. A sudden flash of tempers. In sports, anything can happen in the heat of the moment. The Indiana High School Athletic Association reminds you that when cooler heads prevail, everybody wins. When the game heats up, will you keep your cool? This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to Royerton, Indiana. Brian Beaver along with you. What a great game we've had here tonight. Everything you want in a ball game. Lots of excitement. We have 4 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Delta leads Yorktown 14-13. Delta has possession of the ball. It'll be 1st and 10 Delta at the Yorktown 26-yard line when play resumes. But again, a Yorktown player being tended to here near their bench, just a few yards onto the field of play, down near where the tackle was made. And you got to hope, if you're a Delta fan, that it's not Stitt. It is Stitt, but he's up walking it off. And the fans give him a nice hand, and he'll have to sit out of play, but I'll bet he goes right back in. What a great game. Delta led early 14-0 in the first quarter. Yorktown has come roaring back to make it a 14-13 game. And if Yorktown loses this game, they're going to look at a couple of opportunities where they drove it inside the Delta 10 and didn't get any points. Back to action. 1st and 10. Bond in the pistol. The quarterback has the ball, hands straight ahead. Power running between the guards on the inside, but Carpenter manages to get a yard, maybe two.
Down by 44, Jack Stinson.
They're going to mark him for 2 yards.
2nd down.
Carpenter is just a freshman. Really showing well for himself. 2nd and 8. The 24-yard line. Stitt in motion. There he goes. His leg looks fine. He jukes a couple men, spins out of a tackle. He tries to get some extra effort yardage. Really worked hard for that 3 or 4 yard gain. They're going to take him down around the 21-yard line. It's 3rd and a fat 4, short 5. Wow, what a game. And now it's nitty-gritty time because we're at 3:05 with the clock rolling. And Delta, with the slimmest of leads at 14-13, has 3rd and less than 5, just under 5, with 2:50 to go in the game. Stitt lining up to take the direct snap. Number 2 calls it. He gives it instead to Maynard, who powers his way to the first down off the right side to around the 13-yard line. 8-yard gain for Dylan Maynard.
First down, Eagles.
That might do it. That's a first down. It'll temporarily stop the clock as they move the chains, but it's first down, 10 yards to go at the Yorktown 13 and 2.5 minutes to go in regulation. Delta trying to salt this one away. Maynard still back there to take the snap. He brings it left side, looks for a block, cuts toward the pylon, to the 10, to the 5. He's run out of bounds.
Abrams get the ball
on
carrier.
Good pursuit by Yorktown. Yorktown did a nice job stringing that out.
Grant Doherty.
Doherty did a great job running him down and keeping him out of the end zone. That's a gain of 8. 2nd down. About 4 yards to go. Line of scrimmage, the 7. Line to gain, the 3. Ball on the near hash. 2:17 to go. Delta out in front by a point, threatening to score. Stitt takes the snap. He rolls to the right. He's going to win that race every day. Touchdown, Delta. Stitt takes it himself around right end for the score, and Delta's lead is 20-13.
Six-yard touchdown.
Stitt goes in, and now you try the extra point and give him 7 yards on that TD. Unofficially, I think they gave him 6, but I'm giving him 7. On to try the BAT. Zion Griffiths. This would make it an 8-point game. Yorktown would still be alive. Snap, kick. It looks good. It is good. 2:12 to go in regulation. Don't go anywhere. It's not over yet. Delta 21, Yorktown 13 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We head for the final 2 minutes and 12 seconds in the fourth quarter here in Royerton. A big scoring drive by Delta. They capped it off. They went 82 yards to score the touchdown on the run by Stitt, and the extra point kick leaves us at 21-13. Yorktown can tie if they can score a touchdown and convert a 2-point conversion. Levi Griffiths to kick it away for Delta. He's got it teed up on the 40. It's a low line drive kick that's going to end up being a touchback as it rolls out of play just into the end zone.
Levi Griffiths.
Well, they're going to
Goes in the
make
end
it
zone,
tough on
touchback. First and 10
Yorktown.
Yorktown.
Tigers will have to start this drive at their own 20-yard line, trailing 21-13. Moulton has thrown the ball 37 times tonight already. He's probably going to throw it a few more. That's the easiest bet in town. If you've seen the Caesar commercials for the casino and the app, wow, yeah. Caesar rewards. Well, I think they're going to throw it a few more times. Twin wideouts right, twin left. One running back next to Moulton to his left. Now a whistle before the snap. Let's see if someone's taking a timeout.
Timeout, Delta.
Chris Overholt takes it for Delta. We'll take the break with you. 2:12 to go in the game. 21-13. Delta in front of Yorktown on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. There's just one place where a team is more than a group of individual agendas. It's a catalyst for demonstrating the potential of the collaborative spirit. There's just one place where players, coaches, and fans experience the exhilaration that happens when an entire community rallies behind the school team. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. In addition, high school sports help young people in Indiana develop the discipline and confidence they need to be leaders in life, even as they unite communities like nothing else. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the ball game. 1st and 10, Yorktown in a do-or-die drive, trailing 21-13. They'll open the drive at their 20. Moulton looking to throw it, goes to the far sideline. It's caught by Webster, and he takes it upfield
complete
to around the 34-yard line.
Webster pushed that out of bounds by 5. Blake Jones.
14-yard gain for the Tiger first down. That's Webster's first catch
Yorktown
of the night. Stops the clock at 2:07 as he went out of bounds across the way. Twin wides on either side. One running back next to Moulton in the pistol. Looking right, throwing. Caught by Lovelace at the 36. Turns it upfield, almost to midfield. Takes it to the 48-yard line. It's a first down. 14-yard gain. Lovelace with the catch
First
and the
and 10
run.
Yorktown.
Nicely done. Tigers have a fresh 4 downs at their own 47. 156 and running as they trail by 8. Trying to get a tying score. Moulton over the middle. Tipped and incomplete. Wow, nice play. That was intended for
Adam Morrow,
and he got stuck right in the back by
Renbarger.
If Renbarger would have let him off, he might have
down.
intercepted that ball. On the 40th pass of the night by Moulton. 2nd and 10, 1:49 remaining. 14 now, 21-13 Delta. Moulton looking to his right. Now under pressure, rolling left. He's going to tuck it upfield to midfield, to the 45, the 40. It's going to be good for a first down. It'll stop the clock with 1:39 to go.
Keeper.
Moulton's keeper is good for 13 yards.
1st and 10 Yorktown.
Another Tiger first down. This one at the Delta 41. Clock winds, it rolls at 1:32, 1:31. Moulton looking deep left. He's going to throw to the sideline. A diving attempt, and they're going to say a catch. Nanko with a circus catch, a diving catch for 11 yards and another Tiger first down. Nanko with his 11th catch of the night. We have an injured Delta defender at around the 35-yard line. It looks like it might just be a cramp. We'll stay right here momentarily. Unofficially, 240 yards through the air. For Mason Moulton tonight, he has thrown 40 balls. 20 completions. Now they tend to the player on the field. We'll take a break with you. We're down to 1:27 to go in a nail-biter. Delta 21, Yorktown 13 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the ball game. Back in black in the background, and 1:27 left before we decide who wins this or whether we're going to overtime. Delta out in front of Yorktown, 21-13. An injured Delta player is being tended to at around the 33-yard line. And what a game we've had here. Yorktown has come roaring back. They trailed 14-0, scored 13 unanswered, and had a chance to tie it. Missed an extra point, then missed a two-point conversion to leave it at 14-13. And Delta moments ago scored a go-ahead, stay-ahead kind of touchdown to make it 21-13. And now Delta has done a great job driving this ball from their 20-yard line to the Delta 31 in just a handful of plays. And with 1:27 to go in the fourth quarter, it's still anybody's game. Unofficially through the air for Yorktown, 20 completions, 41 throws, 251 for Mason Moulton, and 204 of that has gone to Colton Nanko on 11 catches, including a touchdown. Fantastic game. And they continue to tend to the injured player. Kind of lets the air out of the game. This was a fever pitch atmosphere just a moment ago. And now the air comes out of the balloon with everyone hoping the player's okay and that any injury would be minor and not serious. Fantastic night of football. Braxton Russell is the injured Delta player. They have him up. He's sitting on the ground now. And it looks like he's going to be okay. He's going to struggle to get up with some help. And they'll help him to the sideline. Helmet off. Dragging his feet. That's not a good sign in terms of a leg injury. And now two of his teammates are going to come out and say, let us give him the help. Forget the trainers. Teammates will help him off. And now he's putting a little bit of weight on his feet. And that's a good sign. He gets a nice hand from the home crowd. Played a really nice game. Yorktown breaks the huddle. You got to wait till the player's off the field. You might want to hold up while he crosses the numbers to the sideline, and now he's ready. 1:27 remaining. 1st and 10 Tiger ball at the Delta 31. Tigers have to score 8 here to keep the game going. Moulton sends a man in motion. Nolan back there with him. He takes the snap. He's going to run it left side on his own. He struggles to get to around the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 3 for Moulton on the keeper. The big question is time. Clock rolling. 109, 108.
On the keeper.
Tigers have
Second
to hurry. 2nd and 7. Moulton with the running back next to him. He's going to drop. Throw near side. It's incomplete. Off the fingertips of Carter Lovelace. It was defended by Ren Barger, and the pass was a little behind him.
3rd down.
And that brings up 3rd down. 4-down territory for the Tigers with 58 seconds remaining in the game. From the 28-yard line in Delta territory, driving toward the south goal line. Eagles trying to defend it and win this one. What a thriller this has been. Moulton drops, throws a high arcing pass toward the end zone. A man out there. He's got it! Touchdown!
Pass complete.
Unbelievable.
The 28.
Wow. Adam Morrow got behind the defender. What a strike
Touchdown,
from
Yorktown.
Moulton for the score. And it's 21-19. Holy cow. Tigers now going for two. And a tie. From the 3-yard line, too wide on either side, ball right in the middle of the field. They've got to convert here. Moulton, and look out. Wallace jumped offside for Delta and knocked a Yorktown offensive lineman. You know what, over tea kettle.
Offsides on Delta.
It's going to be offside against Delta. That does not help. Nine penalties on the night for Delta. Too many. When you're number 8, too many. They know that. From the 1.5-yard line for 2 points and the tie. Yorktown has them lined up. One running back. Moulton's going to go straight ahead, and he's got it. Yorktown scores the 2-point conversion, and we're tied. 53 seconds remaining in regulation. Delta 21, Yorktown 21. Listen to the fans across the way. We'll take the break. Final minute of regulation next on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. There's just one place where a team is more than a group of individual agendas. It's a catalyst for demonstrating the potential of the collaborative spirit. There's just one place where players, coaches, and fans experience the exhilaration that happens when an entire community rallies behind the school team. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. In addition, high school sports help young people in Indiana develop the discipline and confidence they need to be leaders in life, even as they unite communities like nothing else. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the ball game. We have 53 seconds remaining on the scoreboard clock in the fourth quarter. Yorktown has tied it 21-21. Waiting for the kickoff, a pair of Delta deep men at around the 10-yard line. Here comes the boot from Nanko. It's short, end over end. It'll come down around the 22, and taking a knee right away is the short man who made the catch that time. Was that Carson Wheat?
Nanko's kickoff. Fair caught by 46, Carson Wheat.
It is Carson
First
Wheat.
and 10 Eagles.
They've still got a few gears working. Well, with 52 seconds to go, Delta has the ball at their own 23. All they really need is a field goal. From this place, you need about 50 yards of real estate to have a realistic shot. Twin wideouts both sides. Bond in the pistol. Takes the snap. Looks to throw. He's going to take it under pressure and run it instead. Straight ahead. Tough yard, maybe 2.
Peyton Bond, the ball carrier.
That'll bring up second down.
Brought down by 84, Carter Lovelace.
Second and long.
Down.
Clock at 35, 34 winding down. Delta does not appear to be in any hurry, and they may just be playing this out to get to the extra session. Bond under center. Give to Stitt. Tries the right side. Hit by 3 or 4 men despite the spins. Straight ahead run is maybe a yard's worth, and it'll be third and long.
Third down.
Clock at 10. Now we've got a whistle and a timeout. We've got another injured player on the field for Delta. Hopefully it's just a cramp. It looks like just a cramp, but we'll take the break with them. 10 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Delta 21, Yorktown 21 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
The world of high school sports is filled with athletes who possess the eye of the tiger and whose focus and determination enables them to soar like eagles. The games themselves can't be played without a few zebras. Becoming an IHSAA official is a great way to be part of the action and to support Indiana's healthy tradition of high school athletics. Visit IHSAA.org and get in the game. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to the ball game. What a game this has been in Royerton tonight in the Hoosier Heritage Conference. Undefeated Delta, number 8 in the state in the coaches poll, trying to stay perfect. But right now in a 21-21 game, thanks to a fantastic Yorktown comeback and late game scoring drive. This has been a phenomenal contest. Arch rivals, sometimes friendly, sometimes not so much. But this has been a pretty clean game for an arch rivalry game. And got to take my hat off to both sides. They've really done a good job reining in the emotions tonight. When play resumes, it's going to be third down, 8 yards to go for the Eagles at their own 26. And coming off the field is Abram Stitt. Hopefully for him, it is just a cramp and he can go back in, but you might have time for 2 snaps down here if you throw the ball, but not much more than that with 10 seconds left on the game clock in regulation. Let's see what they're going to do. Parker Folletic goes wide right across the way. Caleb Elliott wide here on the near side. Play clock down to 17 and rolling as the call comes in from the sideline, and now
That's the end of regulation.
that's going to be it.
And
They
we're
wind
right
the
where we
clock.
were at 7:30
Clock
tonight.
runs to zeros, and we're going to play overtime. We'll take the break. When we come back, we'll see who gets the ball first and whether anyone can crack the scoreboard on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
The world of high school sports is filled with athletes who possess the eye of the tiger and whose focus and determination enables them to soar like eagles. The games themselves can't be played without a few zebras. Becoming an IHSAA official is a great way to be part of the action and to support Indiana's healthy tradition of high school athletics. Visit IHSAA.org and get in the game. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in your community.
We head for overtime for the first time in 2021, a 21-21 game. How you like that? Get your lotto tickets now as Delta and Yorktown have hooked up in a nail biter tonight. The officials will call the captains out, and the decision will be made about who's going to get the ball, and a decision will be made about where to play. Wow. The Kansas tiebreaker is what it used to be called way back in the day when Lincoln was just a young man coming out of law school. You hear the fans on both sides chanting. The Tongi squad, as they call themselves at Yorktown, the student section, across the way, has filled a full section of people. The
Once again, here are some
theme
scores of
tonight
interest.
was
They're all
shared
finals.
by the 2 student bodies, the Blue Crew for Delta, the
Adams
Tongi
Central
squad for
54, Jay
Yorktown.
County 7,
And
Muncie Central
they've done a nice
16,
job
Richmond
with
8,
the red, white, and blue USA theme.
Tri-High
So we're gonna
55,
play till we have a
Westdale
winner here.
27. And in conference play, Mount
Some
Vernon
kind of game.
49, New Pal 10,
While
and
we're
Greenfield
waiting,
Central
let's recap the
27,
scoring
Pendleton
for you.
Heights 20.
First quarter, 2 touchdowns by Delta, rapid fire succession. Stitt on a 70-yard pass from Bond at 11:18. Bond a 15-yard run on a keeper of his own at 7:40. Griffiths with both kicks, and it was 14-0 with a little over 4 minutes into the game. That's where the quarter ended. Yorktown scored once in the second quarter, once in the third, and once in the fourth. And here we are at 21-all. The captains go to midfield, and we'll see what's going to go. Wyatt Bilby and Maynor are doing the honors for Delta. Of course, I can't see the numbers on the Yorktown fellows because they're getting blocked out by the Yorktown guys, or by the Delta guys, rather. The officials talking to both team captains and see what they do. There goes the coin flip. And we'll wait for the signal. Looks like Yorktown won the toss. Would be nice to have a signal eventually. Just saying. They're going to play this at the south end of the stadium. So let's see what we've got here. It looks like the Delta defense is huddling up to go out there first, and Yorktown will take the ball first here in the Kansas tiebreaker. 21-21 game. Said earlier tonight, this could be one of the classics we've seen out of this series in recent years, and it certainly has lived up to that. Fans have gotten everything they want out of this one, and someone's going to go home in a little while really upset because they will have played a really nice, strong game and lost. But that's how this goes. So we'll start it at the 10-yard line.
Delta will be on defense first.
Yorktown with the ball. Of course, there's no running clock here in overtime. You don't want any penalties. And if you're on offense, you do not want to turn over. Mason Moulton will bring the Yorktown Tigers out of their huddle. He's got Thomas with him in the backfield, 2 wide on either side on first down and goal. Moulton picks up his foot, puts his man in motion. That's Nanko who does a 180 and goes back to the sideline. Moulton's going to throw a quick strike to the corner. It's caught, taken in the end zone. Touchdown, Yorktown. Carter Lovelace with a 10-yard strike from Moulton, and Yorktown has its lead for the first time tonight. Lovelace with his second touchdown of the night on the first play of overtime. 27-21. This is an important extra point by Hazen. Coming out of the hold of Webster. He missed one earlier that could have tied the game. Here's the hold and the kick. It's up. It is good. Hazen tacks on the important PAT, and it's a 7-point lead. Yorktown takes advantage. Well, now it's going to be decision time for Chris Overholt's team. If you can get a touchdown, you're going to play to tie or you're going to play to win on first and goal from the 10. Whistle right before the snap. Timeout called by Yorktown. We're going to keep it right here. Unofficially tonight, Mason Moulton for Yorktown is just under 300 yards passing. I have him for 288. He's thrown the ball 44 times. What a night for that young man. And now Mike Wilhelm says, give me a timeout. And they'll talk defense across the way, and Delta will decide what it's going to do. with its snaps. You can hear the crowd. This has been an exciting ball game. We're approaching 3 hours of play in this one, and it has been fantastic. One of the best games I've seen in recent years, or called. So the teams break the huddles. They are ready to go. Delta, first and goal at the 10. In a must-score situation, they trail 28-21. Stitt is back there in kind of the wildcat look. He's going to take the snap. Maynard is right next to him to his right. Let's see if they just keep it on the ground. Maynard, straight handoff. He's down inside the 5 to around the 3-yard line. Maynard with a 7-yard pickup. Second and goal.
Down.
And Yorktown is going to try to get a defender on the field. Too many men were on the field. They tried to hustle a defender off and a replacement on. Delta snapped the ball before he could get off the field, and that's going to be a penalty marker and an infraction against Yorktown. Unofficially 5 penalties in the game by Yorktown. This one will be costly. It moves your opposition closer to the goal line.
Offsides on
It's going to be
Yorktown.
about a 2-yard penalty. You hear the fans. Second and goal from the 2-yard line. Maynard is going to stay in there.
Still second down.
Bond is out of the game. The quarterback will stand on the sideline. Maynard will take the snap in the pistol. He has Maynard to his left. Stitt does. Stitt's going to take the snap. Stitt takes it, heads for the end zone. Touchdown!
To Abram Stitt, the ball
Abram Stitt
touchdown
from 2
Eagles.
yards out. And Delta answers back. Now the all-important PAT. Do you go for 1? Do you go for 2? Delta's going to go for 1.
For the extra point.
Zion Griffiths, left-footed soccer-style kicker, the orange shoes, waiting on the snap and hold. He must convert. Here it goes. It's on the way. It's no good. He hooked it wide right. And Yorktown wins in overtime.
Yorktown 28.
The
Delta
final
27.
score, Yorktown 28, Delta 27 in overtime. Unbelievable. What a game. Wow. Just unbelievable. The Yorktown players mobbing each other, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. And boy, is it on display right there. What a finish. We'll take a break. Back quickly after this. Yorktown wins 28-27 in overtime on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Who do I play high school softball for? I play for my mom and dad who've never missed a game. I play for the smell of my leather glove, the sound of infield chatter, and that incredible feel of the ball jumping off my bat. I play for sacrifice bunts and sacrifice flies because they've taught me what it means to be a teammate.
Whether they're playing for their teammates, their classmates, or their community, high school student athletes in Indiana learn important lessons they'll use for the rest of their lives, like respect for the rules, time management skills, and the value of hard work and sacrifice.
I play high school softball for my friends who decorate my locker before every big game. That's who I play for. Play for keeps. Play for fun. Play on.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. More than 7.7 million American teenagers participate in high school sports every year, including about 152,000 here in Indiana. They're all learning essential life lessons, like the importance of hard work, time management, and self-discipline. Skills that are helping them become better leaders and more active, responsible citizens. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Delta High School. Brian Beaver with you one more time, and what a high school football game we witnessed here tonight. What a great game. In overtime, Yorktown stuns Delta 28-27 in a game that took one overtime. And what a remarkable finish that was tonight by two pretty good high school football teams. Quick recap of the scoring for you. Delta roared early, scoring twice in the first quarter on a Stitt 78-yard reception from Bond and a Bond 15-yard keeper run. Griffiths 2 kicks, and it was 14-zip. And everybody thought, wow, is this a rout or not? Yorktown came roaring back, scoring a touchdown in the second on a 24-yard pass to Nanko. In the third quarter on a 3-yard pass to Lovelace. In the fourth quarter on a 27-yard pass tomorrow when it had to be done in the final minute. Delta scored earlier in the fourth on a 7-yard run. Griffiths added the kick. Moulton added the 2-yard point after for the 8th point, and it was tied 21-all at the end of regulation. In the first overtime, Yorktown got the ball first. First play from scrimmage, Lovelace, a 10-yard pass reception from Moulton. Hazen's kick was good, 28-21. And in the overtime, Delta took the ball, Stitt on a 2-yard run, but the kick by Griffiths was hooked wide right, no good. It was a line drive wide right, and the game was over, 28-27. Great night for Mason Moulton, who threw the ball unofficially 44 times, had him for just under 300 yards, all 4 touchdowns thrown by Mason Moulton, who is really coming of age as Yorktown's starting quarterback. Fantastic game. Can't tell you how exciting it was. Hope you had a feel for that here based on the description. But, man, what an outstanding high school football game. With the win, Yorktown is going to improve now to 3-1 overall. And Delta is going to drop to 3-1 overall and 0-1 in the Hoosier Heritage Conference. So that'll do it for us for tonight. We're going to try to get a couple words with the coaches and get those to you on the internet. For now, that'll do it for tonight. Keep your eyes on our Twitter feed at Delco Preps on Twitter. We'll have information about which game we're going to go to next week later on as this next Monday and Tuesday unfold. For now, the final score for the final time in one overtime. Yorktown 28, Delta 27. For all of us at Beaver Media, I'm Brian Beaver. Thanks for being along for the ride tonight. Until the next time, observe 9/11 tomorrow. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay in the fight against COVID-19, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. So long, everybody.